Okay, now don't forget, it's forks on the left, knives on the right, and you know what to do with the spoon.
Believe me, Cassie, I've forgotten more about waitressing than you'll ever know.
I know. When you were a waitress, you had to take the club and kill the brontosaurus yourself.
It's Jan's wedding day. Can't we be nice to each other for just this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Why did Jan have to give me such a big responsibility? Making the toast at a friend's wedding is so important. It sets the tone for the whole marriage. Hope you're happy. You're such a good match. Here's to your marriage now. Down the hatch.
Nice, Dot. Then after the ceremony, we can all go out and get tattoos.
I found it. You're gonna love the wedding gift I picked out for Jan.
Picked out? We told you to go to Avanosas and get that white vase that Jan liked.
Well, they were out of those, so I went shopping for something else. I think you're gonna be proud. Let's see. Isn't it beautiful? I had to look all over town to find this.
I don't doubt it.
I'm gonna wrap it so Jan won't see it. Good idea. That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. What are we gonna do? Nancy, why don't you tell Amy? You like giving bad news.
True, but it's more fun watching you both squirm. I'm glad I decided to surprise Jan by giving her the dinner as my wedding gift.
Oh, can I chip in with you? You know, say the soup is from me.
No, sorry, Dot. The meal is from Howard and me. He's cooking it, and I'm figuring out how to bury the cost in the books.
I can't tell you how nervous I was about buying this gift. You know, it's hard picking out something when it's from 3 people. Finding something that represents all of our tastes.
Amy, I don't know how to put this.
You hate it.
That's one way.
I knew it. Cassie, you don't know what it's like going through life, not being able to get people gifts they like. On Father's Day, my daddy used to try to be out of town. On Christmas, my parents told me that buying coal would be a real good thing, because that's the only way they'd be sure to get something they could use.
Well, you should just try to get people things that you'd like. It usually works.
That's what I do.
You'd actually want one of those?
Well, I'm not saying it'd be at the top of my list, but it'd be pretty close to the Velvet Elvis painting.
Okay. We've still got over an hour left until the wedding. Take this boot and get our money back.
Right now?
A place that carries these could go out of business any minute. Get our money, and I'll get something from the boutique in the hotel.
And if they won't give me my money back, I'll just exchange it for something else.
Not unless they have coal.
Sonny, why aren't you dressed for the wedding?
What difference does it make? I'm not part of the ceremony anyway.
Oh, what are you whining about?
Well, you're planning the dinner. Cassie's the maid of honor. Dot's proposing the toast. There's no reason for me to be here if I hadn't come up with the idea of trashing their car.
Okay, it's all set. Amy's gonna return the gift.
Ooh, what'd you get? Oh, this is gorgeous.
I really am sorry.
Wait till you see their car. I covered the whole thing in toilet paper. I tied about 20 cans to their rear bumper. Then I stuck something real stinky up their exhaust pipe. And get this, instead of writing just married in soap, I used paint. They'll never get it home.
How droll, Sonny. Particularly since Jan and Richie aren't even here yet.
What are you talking about? The blue Chevy?
It was Howard's car.
As soon as the judge gets here, I want to get started. We have to be at the airport in less than 2 hours.
No, we can't get started until Dave gets here and Cindy brings Charlie. I want my brother and my son at our wedding.
And you certainly want to wait for your Uncle Harry and Aunt Lorraine.
Mom, I didn't invite them.
Oh, I did.
Mother, this is supposed to be a small wedding.
Well, I only invited 12 people.
See, this is why I eloped the first time.
And this is why I went behind your back this time. I'm your mother, darling. I deserve a wedding.
It'll be okay, Jan.
No, it won't. Howard can't just whip up another 12 meals.
She seems like a very nervous girl.
Ma, it's her wedding day.
Well, it's not like it's her first.
Mom, I'm tired of listening to grown-ups. Where's Sonny? Why don't you try the kitchen? Hey, Squirt. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Dot.
There they are. Oh, I'm so happy for the two of you. I could cry, but it takes too long to get my eyelashes back on.
To a great guy and a great girl. He's her oyster, she's his pearl.
If you tell me one more rhyme, I will hit you with my fist.
Oh, there's the happy couple. Jan, I have a little wedding surprise for you and Richie from Howard and me.
Oh, Nancy, you didn't have to do that.
Do either of us believe that?
Not for a minute.
Well, then, Howard and I are giving you your wedding dinner
There are going to be 12 more of us.
for half price.
Thank you. That really is very nice.
Yes, it is.
I got most of it done. It's the blue Chevy with just married on it. You can't miss it. Here's a quarter. Take the dead rat out of the exhaust pipe. Good girl.
Dead rat's a buck.
You must be getting old. I remember when a rat was a nickel.
Richie, that was your brother on the phone. His plane got fogged in San Francisco, and he won't be able to make it in time.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's bad news.
I know. He sounded very cute.
What am I going to do about a best man?
You know, I just feel so close to this guy.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Charlie. Hey, kiddo. Cindy. Jan, this is my wife. Yeah, my ex-wife, Cindy. Cindy, this is my, Jan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Or I guess good luck would be more appropriate.
Hey, Ellen. Hi, Charlie. Want to make a quick 50 cents?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I don't suppose you'd want to. Good. Fine. Nice to meet you.
Don't worry. I only came up to tell you that I'm going out of town on business. Charlie's going to have to stay with you for a few weeks.
Why would you be going on a business trip when I am about to go on my honeymoon? This is not the best time.
It is for me. I'm sure the three of you will have a wonderful time.
Don't worry. One day we'll look back on this and still hate her.
Look, Papa, I'm real sorry.
For what?
You weren't planning on this.
Come on, Charlie. I love the idea of you being with me.
On your honeymoon.
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be a honeymoon. Maybe we can take you and Ellen and make it a vacation, you know? We'll become a family.
And your honeymoon?
He's right. We have to do something.
Yeah, look, you go get dressed. The judge is going to be here any minute. Charlie and I will figure something out.
Okay. And Charlie, I mean it. We are going to be a family.
Cassie Cranston, bridesmaid reporting for duty.
I eloped the first time, so I have no idea what a bridesmaid is supposed to do.
What are you doing?
My shoes.
Right over there. I think a bridesmaid is supposed to make sure that everything is okay. So, is everything okay?
Not really. My honeymoon is becoming a family trip to Disneyland. So, instead of lying with my husband on the beach in the South Pacific, I'm going to be standing on line with Goofy for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
It's a little early in the relationship to be calling him Goofy, isn't it, Jan?
Richie's ex just gave us Charlie, and we're supposed to leave for Maui in less than 2 hours.
Do you want him to stay with me?
Oh, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. He's just a little boy.
I've spent 2 weeks with little boys before. Let's face it, they're all little boys.
I feel terrible. I mean, I don't want to seem like a wicked stepmother, but I would like to have my honeymoon.
Jan, I really don't mind.
Thanks. But it's going to be hard enough for him adjusting to not living with his mother.
I have a hunch he's going to enjoy living with his new mother.
He's a good kid. Can you believe that I'm doing this?
Yes. You're one of those people that makes sense married. I mean, you had it all together alone, but married, you're running on all 8 cylinders.
Well, bridesmaid,
Well, Pride?
Let's do it! Okay.
Wow. You want to get married?
Oh, we're not supposed to see her in her wedding dress.
Well, it's not like it's her first time.
Still no judge?
No, not yet.
Maybe we should call him.
And this is Saturday. There's no way to call him. But he better get here soon. We've got to get to the airport.
So, we're gonna take the kids with us to Hawaii?
Actually, there has been a change of plans. Since Ellen's going to stay with me anyway while you're gone, Charlie can stay there, too. And while the two of you get to know each other, Charlie can get to know his new sister and his new grandmother.
I don't know what to say.
Well, say you're not mad that your Uncle Harry brought 4 of your cousins I hadn't figured on.
Is that why you're watching the children?
Of course, that's why I'm watching the children.
You got yourself a deal.
Please tell me there's money in that box.
It's not shaped like money.
It's Jan's wedding gift.
Who picked it out?
I did.
What are we going to do?
Well, I was going to get our money back, and then I remembered in Jack and the Beanstalk how he was supposed to sell that cow for money, but he brought home the magic beans. See, if he hadn't traded those beans, he would have never gotten the golden goose.
She bought a plaster goose.
How could you do this?
What is it?
Everyone's favorite, the little kissing Swiss kids.
I think she'll really like it.
Have you ever seen her wear, possess, or stand near anything that might indicate that she would like this?
Look, if you two want your money back, that's okay. But I decided I got to get over this fear of buying people gifts. Now, I like the little kissing Swiss kids. I think Jan will, too, so what do you say?
Go hide this in your locker before you embarrass yourself.
Right.
Above the top? Yes, hello. Where is he? Tell me you're kidding. Tell me anyway. Okay, thank you.
What? What's wrong?
That was the judge's wife. He has pneumonia with 104 fever.
He's going to be real late.
The judge's wife said that if it's just the two of us, he'd be willing to marry us at his bedside. And if we go over there right now, I suppose we could still make the plane.
Call me superstitious, but I think it's bad luck to be married by anyone who might die during the ceremony.
So, what are we gonna do?
I'm going to go visit with my relatives. Even if we don't get married today, maybe we still can get some good gifts.
Here's to Jan, who's supposed to get married. Her plane is leaving. She seems rather harried. Don, you're sorry you picked me to make the toast, aren't you?
No, but you don't have to make up something clever. Just say what you feel.
I can't. Sounds too selfish. I'm gonna miss you, Jan.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I know, but, well, things change when a friend gets married. I love going out with you after work. We're perfect together. You're good-looking enough so that you don't attract geeks, but you're not so good-looking that the guys would worry about getting stuck with me. But it's nice, you know, redhead and a brunette. It's a good match. I'm gonna miss the fun.
Me too.
Jan, a priest, a rabbi, and a minister ate dinner at the restaurant last night.
Cassie, I've heard that one, and I'm not in the mood for jokes.
No, it's not a joke. The priest is staying here at the hotel. Let's go talk to him and see if he'll perform the ceremony.
Great. I think I get it.
Come in, it's open. I thought you were the bishop.
We thought you were a priest.
I am. See?
Oh, I didn't know that priests,
Bathe every day?
No, not that. Look, Father, I don't know whether you remember me or not, but I waited on you last night. The $40 check with the $2 tip, remember? Well, my friend here is in trouble.
Father, I was hoping you could help me. I have to get married.
I understand these things happen.
I have to get married in an hour.
They don't usually happen that fast. Sorry, but I just can't marry you without interviewing the couple or having you attend classes on married life.
We have a whole room full of wedding guests upstairs. Can't you make an exception?
Well, in certain circumstances, exceptions can be made. Like if the husband is going off to war or one of the parents is gravely ill and wants to see the ceremony before they pass on. May I ask why you're in such a hurry?
I have to catch a plane to Maui. Father, I understand your position, but I'm going to marry this man anyways, and I would really appreciate it if you would perform the ceremony.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but it just wouldn't be ethical.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Father.
Oh, come on, Cassie. We gave it a shot.
I'm very disappointed in you, Father. Last night I took care of you for $2. I thought you might make us happy today. Well, they work here at the hotel. I was taking a bath. They wanted me to join them. Bury them. The bed wasn't like this when they came in. I can explain.
Actually, I've had quite a few proposals of marriage, but I turned them down. I always knew I should wait for the right man to come along. I always wanted someone who was strong, yet quiet, like an animal, a jungle cat. I know what I want, and I think I found it. Someone who's down to earth, yet with that certain something that could make the fires within me burn. You have that certain something. You're someone who's strong, yet quiet, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been standing there?
Ever since the fire started burning.
You are not to tell anyone what you've heard.
If I talked like that, I'd die from blushing.
Remember that. Blushing is a terrible way to go.
How did you do? No good. I guess that does it.
We've got one more shot. I don't go very often, but there is this minister I know. Maybe he could come down here. It's worth a try.
Jan, I don't know if you're getting married today or not, but I'd like you to have this.
Oh, Amy, this is so nice.
Don't be too sure.
Do you believe this?
Not really.
This is so perfect. I don't know how to thank you. You like it? I love it.
Well, you don't have to say that. It's pretty stupid.
When I was a little girl, my grandmother had one of these in a big break front in her living room. And I used to drag this fat stuffed chair over and climb up just to see it. Then I'd pretend that I was a little Swiss girl and there'd be a little Swiss boy who'd kiss me. Oh, this brings back so many memories. I just love it.
Oh, it's from Cassie and Dot, too.
Really? Well, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Howard, can I get something for the kids to eat?
Can't they wait till after the ceremony?
There isn't going to be a ceremony. Things got very messed up, and we couldn't find anybody to marry us.
What about your trip to Hawaii?
Guess we'll just have to put it off.
What if I married you?
Howard, see, the head chef isn't like the captain of a ship. I don't think it's legal, except maybe in France.
I can marry you, Jan. I'm an ordained minister.
Is this for real?
I sent away for one of those ads in the back of the Free Press for $10. You get to be a minister. You can cheat on your income tax. I am the Right Reverend Howard Miller of Sorrells Church of Love, Incorporated.
And you don't pay taxes with this?
Well, once I was ordained, the whole deal seemed too shady for a man of the cloth, but I can legally marry people. This would be my first, so I don't know if I could do it in front of a lot of people, but if you keep it down to the immediate family, I'd be honored to marry you and Richie.
Oh, thank you, Howard. Reverend Howard.
All right. The flower girl goes here, and the ring bearer here, and the maid of honor here, and the best man.
I'd like Sonny to be my best man.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know what this means to me. There have been so many times in my life when I've said to myself, Sonny, you'd make a hell of a best man. I remember once when I was...
Sonny.
What?
Who cares?
Go ahead, big fella.
We're gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Wait a minute. That's a cookbook.
Sonny, don't make trouble.
But it's a cookbook, for crying out loud.
I've got to turn to the recipe for shepherd's thigh.
Okay.
The rings, please. Now, do you, Richard Gray, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
And do you, Jan Hoffmeyer, take 1 cup of chopped onions... Sorry. take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
If there be anyone here who knows why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Then by the power vested in me by the state of California and Sorrells Church of Love Incorporated, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Wait a minute.
Stay tuned and get set for a seriously good time on the Arsenio Hall Show. Tonight, the creator and star of the Down Under top hit Young Einstein, Yahoo Serious, plus Vicky Marley and the Melody Makers and Bob Guccione. Next on the Arsenio Hall Show, here on Channel 9.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose we're not the people that making it big. We know we're doing good at making we maybe less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy, and anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic's slow. It's fun living.
You know, someone's got this scale set 5 pounds lighter.
Thank you, Amy. Good work, Dot. This is the earliest late you've been all week.
I'm just lucky to be here at all. They really should block streets off if they're planning to demolish an 8-story building.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Dot, is your excuse that an 8-story building fell on you?
No, but it would have if I hadn't made a very sharp turn. Unfortunately, I turned onto a freeway ramp and somehow ended up in Santa Monica on the beach at high tide.
And it took the tow truck forever to get there, right?
Right.
And the car still smells of seaweed.
Nice touch.
Ladies, gather round. I have the most incredible news. Even more incredible than the lame excuse Dot has for being late, which I have no intention of listening to. I want to get Howard. This concerns him, too. Howard!
That is not fair. If I go to all the trouble to make up elaborate stories, the least she can do is listen to them.
Ladies, gather round. I have the most incredible news.
Even more incredible than the lame excuse Dot has for being late.
Oh.
Jan, I'm in such a good mood that I'm going to forgive you. However, Carnival in Rio couldn't make me feel good enough to forgive you.
Hurry up, my gravy's congealing.
So's mine. Attention, everyone. I am thrilled to announce that the President of the United States will be dining here tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Are you serious? The President of the United States is coming here? Wow, what an honor.
Yes, out of all the restaurants in Los Angeles, they've chosen us.
Yeah? Why?
Their first choice had a grease fire last night. Anyway, they're transferring the fundraising dinner over here.
Sounds like an exciting experience, guys. The kind you remember for a lifetime. The kind you tell your grandkids about. I won't be here.
Why not?
It's my night off.
Cassie, I'm sure Nancy would let you work tomorrow night.
Don't be silly, Jan. Nancy will force her to work tomorrow night.
I don't want to work tomorrow night. I got a day, okay?
You don't want to meet the President of the United States, but he's the leader of the free world, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Yeah, but he's married.
Oh, Nancy, I can't believe it. This is the most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me.
I know, me too. There's just one dreadful problem.
What is it?
I I'm beginning to behave like you.
Imagine it. Sonny Man performing for someone even more important than Sonny Man. We're talking about the most powerful man in the country, in the world. And I, for one, am in awe.
So am I. I had no idea that you knew who the president was.
Who cares about him? I'm talking about Frank Sinatra. That man is the king. I figure if the president's going to show up, Sinatra will be with him.
Comforting to know you're so shallow, Sonny. Be scary to think of you out there exercising your right to vote.
Hey, I vote. And I still haven't won a Grammy.
Mr. President, I just love the way you run the country.
Oh, gosh, I hope I don't spill a bowl of chili down the president's back.
Ah, calm down, kid. You're just getting carried away because you never saw any celebrities back in Sneedville.
That's Snyder. And that's not true. Once the famous evangelist Jimmy Swaggart came into my diner, and he almost took the Lord's name in vain when I spilt the chili down his neck. Luckily, he healed himself.
I just met the First Lady, and you know, you sure know how to pick 'em. What are you doing? I'm just rehearsing a little small talk to spring on the president. I mean, the great stuff. Me chatting with him on the 6 o'clock news. President confers with Higgins. Gorbachev feels left out.
Yeah, well, I'd like to talk to him about how hard it is for working women these days.
Good point. I know my life's a lot worse because of the president. I mean, I'm blowing a date with a doctor here.
Oh, good. You're all loafing around. I can use this opportunity to tell you how important this dinner is to my career. After the First Lady sees me work, I'm sure she'll want me as her social secretary. So if there are any screw-ups, your landfill.
Don't worry about a thing, Nancy. I've got the entrance music all worked out for the big cheese.
Sonny, never play music like that for a man who has access to nuclear weapons. Furthermore, you must always address the president as Mr. President. For example, would you care for more soup, Mr. President? Or would you like some cracked pepper, Mr. President? Or would you excuse my stupidity, Mr. President?
Or will you cut the defense budget, Mr. President?
Jan, it's impolite to talk about important things with the President of the United States.
Just don't say anything to him, any of you. I don't want one of my waitresses wrestled to the floor by some Secret Service agent.
Don't worry, we'd never horn in on your action.
Cassie, you know your impertinence can be very trying at times.
Is this one of them?
Luckily, you're my best waitress. I'm not going to fire you. However, I wouldn't jump off a building if you were to quit.
I can't quit. I need the job. But if you were to change your mind about jumping off the building, maybe we could work something out.
Just be sure to report early tomorrow. The Secret Service will be here to run an extensive security check. Before you're allowed to serve the president, they want to see what they can dredge up from your dreary little past.
Well, that's silly. We don't have anything to hide.
Hi, Dad. Jan, do me a favor, okay? Quiz me on current events. Go ahead, ask me anything. I've studied the paper from cover to cover.
Dot, the president doesn't care whether or not you know who the head of the Sandinistas is or to what level the dollar has been devalued on the European markets.
I thought I knew this stuff. I really did.
Why are you doing this?
Well, it may not seem like a big deal to you, but tonight, Dot Higgins and the President of the United States will be in the same room. Our paths will cross. And for one brief moment, I will be a part of history. And I want to be able to say something more intelligent than, nice hair color, Mr. President.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, hi.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. The Secret Service is just going to put me in jail, that's all.
You're in trouble? What happened?
Well, when I first came to L.A., I was walking down Venice Beach, and this man came up to me. He asked me if I wanted to buy a watch. Oh, it was beautiful. It was genuine gold, had 21 jewels, told the time in London, England. I couldn't resist. I bought it.
It's probably a hot watch.
I know that, but the temptation was just too strong. I thought I'd been punished enough when the watch didn't work and my wrist turned green.
Don't be silly, Amy. How are they ever going to find out?
Well, sooner or later, the man's bound to be arrested, and when he is, he's liable to squeal on me to get a lighter sentence.
The Secret Service is not going to be worried about you. Not when they've got me here.
You're in trouble, too? Boy, you think you know the people you work with.
It was back when I was in college, during the 60s. I was at an anti-war rally, and I got arrested. But look, it was an important cause. We believed in what we were doing, and we felt we needed to make a political statement.
So what'd you get arrested for?
Well, I mooned a cop.
You what?
I mooned a cop. I mooned a cop, okay? Look, I was making an important political statement.
Even Nathan Hale didn't drop his pants.
Okay, but this story is not to leave this room. I mean it. This is very embarrassing.
What, the mooning story?
Well, we've got to try to find a way to keep our secrets from these government agents. Cassie, I mean, we've all got our dirty laundry to hide, but yours have those tough, hard-to-get-out stains. How are you planning on hiding it all?
I'm not going to hide anything from anybody. I don't even want to be here.
So what are you going to tell them?
The only thing that'll get me out of work, the truth.
She's going to talk dirty to the government.
I see you come from Snyder, Texas.
Yes, sir. And I've always been a good girl. I was a member of the Girl Scouts. I went to church every Sunday, made my bed every day. A lot of things that should get me time off for good behavior.
Have you made many friends out here?
Well, yeah, there's Jan and Cassie and Dot, and I guess Sonny would qualify.
Is this Sonny a man?
I guess he would qualify.
How close are you to Sonny? Are the two of you intimate?
What? Oh, I could never do that with Sonny. Oh, could never do that with anybody. I mean, I could, but I haven't. Not that I wouldn't. I mean, I had this boyfriend back in Texas, but we didn't. Because you shouldn't.
Forget it. I'm sorry I asked.
That's what my boyfriend used to say. Can I go now?
I was born right here in L.A. Grew up here. Got married here twice. Got divorced in Las Vegas once.
Yes, we know about all that.
You do? You went back that far?
We even spoke to your ex-husband.
Where'd you get off prying into my personal life? That's an invasion of my privacy. You saw Lloyd? Was he miserable?
You know, it's always been my lifelong ambition to wait on the presidency, to serve in some small or huge way this great country of ours. I've always thought that if each and every one of us joined together in a common bond, united with liberty and justice for all, we could build a city on a hill.
That's a very nice sentiment, Miss Higgins. Tell me, do you belong to any organizations?
Oh, my, yes. The Daughters of the American Revolution, the Junior Chamber of Commerce, the Silent Majority, and the National Rifle Association.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything unusual about your background. You were born in Kansas?
Yeah, but I worked in a diner there.
So?
So all the local farmers flirted with me.
So?
So I know where all the missile silos are in the entire state.
Oh, that's okay. So do the Russians.
Do they know which senator has a rose tattoo and where?
So you grew up in Reno, Nevada?
Yeah, Reno. What a cheap, tacky city. My whole childhood, I couldn't wait to get out of there and move to Vegas.
Why? Was there some problem?
No problem, really. It's just that everybody hated me. I was a musical prodigy, a child genius. They were all jealous.
Well, your first grade teacher stated that you were backward, immature, and untalented.
See what I mean?
Oh, yes, Philadelphia can be a grand city for those in the privileged classes. Oh, how I miss those gala parties on the main line.
Our files say you grew up in South Philly.
I said I missed them. I didn't say I went to them. Oh, but who cares? The president's party will be even more smashing. Which reminds me, do you happen to know the First Lady?
I rode on a rear bumper once.
Oh, now. You mustn't kiss and tell.
Now then, Mr. Miller, could you tell me something about where you're from?
Trenton.
Yes, I know that. Could you elaborate on that a little?
New Jersey.
I didn't throw the watch away because I was afraid my garbage man might turn me in. So I mailed it to the police headquarters with a full confession. It was returned to me insufficient postage, so I figure they put an electronic bug under the stamp.
They can do that? Miss Tompkins, if this watch thing is all you've got to hide, you should be checking us out.
North LA Law School. It's really important for me to be a lawyer. I want to contribute something moral and decent to society.
Moral? Decent? Is that what you had in mind when we took this picture of you at an anti-war rally? This is you, isn't it?
Well, it's a certain side of me. Look, that's a confidential file, isn't it? I mean, you wouldn't put that up on a bulletin board.
Are you kidding? This would never make the bulletin board.
Thanks a lot. Most of my close friends are young Republicans.
Not that I don't like older Republicans, and Democrats, too. All Americans. Whites and Anglos and Saxons and Protestants. Not that I've actually dated all these people, you understand.
Look, you don't want me to serve the president. Did I tell you that I once dated the deputy consul of Bulgaria?
Yes, we know. He later defected. You have the thanks of a grateful government.
Look, if you really mean that, do me a favor and get me out of here tonight. I got a date.
Date? According to our information, you've recently begun spending your night off at the Willow Glen Rest Home.
Well, those old guys can be pretty spry.
Really? And you don't read to the senior citizens every week.
Boy, you guys don't miss a trick, do you?
I'll tell you what. The president's going to be out of here early. I'll get one of the limos and a police escort. We'll be at Willow Glen before 10.
Thanks. Hey, listen. Don't tell anybody else what I've been doing, okay? I got a reputation, you know?
Yeah, we know.
You're asking me, Sonny, man, if I've scored with any chicks lately? You're asking me, Sonny, the man? What do you consider lately?
So I thought perhaps the next time you see the First Lady, you might just lean over the bumper and hand her my resume.
So, in 1951, you were in Okeechobee, Florida. Is that correct?
No, I was in Korea.
Are you sure about that?
Let's see, there were snipers, mortar shells exploding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Florida.
Something bothering you?
Yeah, I have work to do.
Exactly what did you do in Korea?
Duck.
All right, Mr. Miller. That's all for the moment.
Let's see, menu preparation, dining protocol, floral arrangements. That was a tough sucker, but I did it.
Moriarty, call the office. I want a deep background check on Miller. He's lying.
Well, I'm sure you're mistaken.
I doubt it. But until I'm proven wrong, he's not going near the president's food.
That skinny kid from Hoboken caught the ear of a man named Dorsey and captured the heart of America. Times Square, the Paramount Theater, Bobby Soxer swooning too. What am I to do? Can't I be with you? Sunday, Monday, and always. Then we dropped the big one. And our boys came home from WW2. And Francis Albert found himself a new career. They hit me, and they hit me, and they hit me. It was Fatso.
Oh, Mr. Secretary of Agriculture, what an honor. Oh, we're having some of your asparagus tonight.
Nancy, we're running out of hors d'oeuvres. We can't hold out much longer. When is the Secret Service going to clear Howard?
Howard is a completely honorable man.
In spite of her best efforts.
Oh, thank goodness. Is everything cleared up?
No.
What do you mean, no? Has Howard done something wrong?
He's passed several bad checks and he's perjured himself.
We better do something soon. This crowd could get nasty. They're all Republicans. They've never been hungry before.
All right, add just enough coriander to make it piquant. All right. It'll be real pecan.
The president will be here in 5 minutes.
How does it look?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, it's the brown sauce for the veal.
It's the wrong color.
Oh, no. Jan, start serving the blinis.
Sorry, Nancy. I'm not working tonight. Not unless Howard works, too.
Oh, that's very noble of you, Jan. Fortunately, I have 3 other waitresses who like to afford food as well as serve it.
Nancy, we're with Jan.
How lofty. Thank goodness Dot has no scruples.
She did a second ago. There are more important things in life than meeting the president. This doesn't happen to be one of them, but they made me do it.
Good Lord, it's him!
Well, I hope you're satisfied.
You bet I am. I know a security risk when I see one.
I don't know why you girls are doing this.
Because you would do the same thing for us.
No, I wouldn't.
I have the deep background check on the suspect, sir.
Good. What'd you turn up?
I don't think you want to discuss it here, sir.
Read the file.
Miller Howard G., enlisted in the Marines in '51, honorable discharge in '57, served in the Korean conflict, 2 Purple Hearts, 1 Silver Star, personally awarded by President Eisenhower.
I don't know, you must have screwed up. What about his Florida record?
No, that's the screw-up, sir. The file you had said Miller Howard E.
Can I go to work now?
Yeah, sure. I don't understand. With a record like this, why were you so reluctant to talk about it?
Because Howard's not a talker. He's a doer.
All right, girls. It's all systems go. Get your bleenies out there.
Oh, no, you don't, Miss Higgins, if that's what your real name is. Some of the things you told us don't check out. In fact, none of the things you told us check out. Oh, quietly,
What a bummer. Sinatra, a no-show. And he calls himself an American.
Yeah, I wish I weren't here either. This one fella really shocked me. He said he was a procurement officer for the Navy. I thought the sailors got the girls themselves.
Well, I don't think the First Lady's going to hire me. It's my own fault. I was too passive. I had her cornered in the ladies' room and I let her go. Oh, why couldn't I just come right out and say, I want that job?
Come on, Nancy. You're not the only one who didn't speak her mind. Instead of asking the president what he planned to do about equal pay for equal work, I said, would you like another dinner roll, Mr. President?
Controversial, Jan. Very controversial.
When the president walked by, you curtsied.
I did not. Never curtsied in my life. Even if I wanted to, my knees wouldn't let me. I don't curtsy, okay?
President would like to compliment the chef.
Oh, welcome back, Mr. President. Where's the little lady?
How was that dinner roll, Mr. President?
Nice to see you again, Mr. President.
Oh, him again.
Okay, so I curtsied. He's the President of the United States. What'd you expect me to do? Give him noogies? Brother, they keep me under guard for the whole dinner. I don't even get a glimpse of the President.
Oh, Howard, tell us everything the president said. Don't leave out a single thing.
Said good food.
And then what'd you say?
Thanks. Thanks.
Cassie, the limo's downstairs for your, you know your date?
Sure.
Gotta go?
I ask you, is that fair? I don't even get to see the President, and she's going out with him.
Coming up next, it's the man of your dreams, Freddy Krueger. The deadly demon who brought nightmares to Elm Street is now lurking on Channel 9. Don't bother to run. Don't bother to hide. He knows where you are. Freddy's Nightmares is coming up next. Sweet dreams.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people that they believe me. We know we're doing all right.
to the end of the human race.
Hey, Amy, they put a jacuzzi in my building. You want to come by after work and join me?
No, thanks, Sonny. I'm going to church tonight.
On Tuesday? It's open.
I have choir practice. I'm doing a big solo doing their special services on Friday night.
Well, a jacuzzi can be a religious experience, kind of like being baptized, only with bubbles.
Sonny, I fear for your soul.
Richie and I were wondering if you'd like to come over for dinner Sunday.
This year?
Overbooked, huh?
I got a date every night for the next 2 weeks. I guess I just can't say no.
Why do you think you're booked for 2 weeks? Hi, guys. Hi. How's jury duty?
Oh, it's great. There are 11 guys and me, and one of them is really cute. A little on the quiet side, but I can fix that.
You're lucky. The last time I was on a jury, the cutest guy in the courtroom was on trial for indecent exposure. And even he was a little disappointing when we saw the evidence.
How long do you think the trial's gonna last?
Oh, not much longer. The judge is charging us in the morning. We'll probably reach a verdict by tomorrow afternoon.
Ooh, that'll be a relief for Nancy. Not being able to punish you for being late, she's developing a nervous tick.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm late, Nancy.
Yes, I know, Dot.
I'm still on jury duty.
Yes, I know, Dot.
It's been 2 weeks now.
Yes, I know, Dot.
My. Do I detect a note of bitterness here? If it bothers you that I'm late, you can always complain to the Superior Court.
Oh, thank you, Dot. But I prefer to handle it my own way.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, if you don't want to be here, and I don't want to be here, then what are we doing here?
Why don't you speak up, Harry? I'm not sure everybody in the room heard you.
Hey, if they don't like it, they can go someplace else. If I'm going to be miserable, everybody's going to be miserable.
Right this way. Your waitress will be Dot.
Now, before we take a vote, let's review the evidence.
Again? Come on, the guy's guilty.
Just a moment. The man is innocent until proven guilty.
What innocent? Look, Kensington comes home and he finds his wife all tied up and this Lou Jack guy on his way out the window with a $25,000 necklace. Now they have a struggle. Lou Jack drops the gun and splits. The police trace the gun back to Lou Jack and that's it. Case closed.
Absolutely. Can we get to a vote? Okay, let's try one.
Thank you. I've got a lunch date. I'm having a thing with my secretary. She hates it when I'm late.
We're all making sacrifices to be here. But where else in the world does the accused have the opportunity to be judged by a jury of his peers?
England, Canada,
Australia,
New Zealand.
See how it caught on?
Look, just count the votes, okay?
Right. Guilty, guilty, guilty. What's your phone number, Curly? You wrote this, didn't you?
guilty.
Forget it. You're already fooling around with your secretary. I don't go for this sort of thing, as a general rule.
Miss Higgins, would you please finish counting the votes?
Right. Guilty, 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 not guilty.
Oh, brother, I knew the broad would be the bleeding heart.
That's not my vote, Smarty. But I firmly believe that each and every one of us has the right, responsibility, and obligation to vote according to their conscience.
I voted not guilty.
You actually think that bozo is innocent? Give me a break.
Jury duty is a legitimate excuse, but Dot's really beaten Nancy over the head with this.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Nancy's been real patient, but I think she's got something up her sleeve.
You mean besides the tattoo?
Hold on my calls, Nancy.
Sonny, could I ask you a favor?
Sure, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Sonny, nobody's scratching anything here. I need someone to accompany me so I can practice my solo.
No sweat. What's the song?
Amazing Grace.
Ooh, an Elvis tune.
Well, that was Dot on the phone. The jury was unable to reach a verdict. They've been sequestered for the night. Dot won't be back at all.
Well, ain't that a kettle of crawdads?
Exactly my thought.
Okay, from the top.
not me. He's not going to turn me into a pillar of salt.
Cassie, pick up. Jan, are you ready for these 2 roast beef dinners yet?
Not yet.
Beef is supposed to be aged before you cook it, not after.
All right.
Cassie, do the words pick up mean anything to you?
Not during working hours.
How about the words Howard is angry and has Ginsu knife?
Howard, we're short-handed. We're doing the best we can.
I understand that. It's just that your best is not good enough for the last time. Will you pick up?
Hey, why are you busting my chops?
Because you're ignoring mine.
Watch it, Chuckles, or I'll tell Nancy the exact location of the place you go to every night for that solitary drink.
Cassie. Do the words I apologize mean anything?
2 swordfish and a New York steak rare. Are these my chops?
They've been abandoned. They're yours by right of salvage.
Oh, Amy, I must compliment you on how well you and the other girls are doing without Dot.
Really? Well, thank you, Nancy.
That's the upside. The downside is, until Dot returns, you'll have to give up your days off.
Not Friday. I've got to sing in church on Friday.
Oh, Amy, I wish I cared.
Nancy, this is not working.
Oh, Howard, whatever do you mean?
The girls have been knocking themselves out ever since they came in tonight, all because you're too cheap to hire a temporary waitress.
No, I'm frugal, not cheap. In fact, in certain areas, I can be incredibly generous.
I'll take your word for it.
Don't.
The girls need help, Nancy.
Oh, nonsense. They're getting along very well without Dot tonight. Now, if we follow that thought through to its logical conclusions, we can get along without Dot every night.
Come on, Nancy, you're not going to fire Dot.
Oh, a girl can dream, can't she?
So are you going to hire somebody to help out or not?
No, the trial will be over tomorrow, and Dot will be back tomorrow night.
Guilty, 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 not guilty.
With you. Oh, this is really like unbelievable.
Where do you get not guilty?
Look, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. This is America. You have the right to be wrong.
You know, you're really lousing up my social life. Being sequestered narrows your options.
It eliminates them.
Look, I don't mean to be difficult. It's just that I cannot picture this guy Lou Jack doing it.
Okay, we'll just have to go at it again. Look, imagine that you are Mr. Kensington. Wait a minute. We'll act it out. That'll clear up the whole thing.
What?
We'll reenact the crime. We'll use this room as a stage, and we can play all the parts.
Great. We'll use Mom's bedspread for the curtain.
This is gonna work. Trust me, I'm an actress.
You're the foreman. Stop her.
Look, I'm willing to try anything if it'll get us out of here a little sooner.
With a positive attitude like that, why don't you play the lead, Mr. Kensington? Now, we'll need somebody to play the very beautiful Mrs. Kensington.
How about you, Brown Eyes?
No, I've always wanted to direct. Let's see, the very beautiful Mrs. Kensington. How about you? You're very beautiful.
Do I have to?
Huh? Oh, don't worry, I'll work with you. Just sit over there and I'll get you later. Okay, now we need a vicious, psychotic robber. You'd make a great Lou Jack.
Hey, kiss off.
That's the character. Don't lose it. You two can be policemen, stand against the wall and take your chair with you, and you can be the family dog.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you're perfect for it. All you have to do is sit in the corner and pant.
No, okay. As long as I get to jump up in your lap. Huh?
You do, and I'll have you fixed. Okay. This is the Kensington living room. Mr. Kensington was out doing the shopping, as it should be. As Mrs. Kensington testified, she was seated in this chair when Lou Jack burst into the room with a gun in his hand. Well?
Well, what?
Burst.
Oh.
He tied her up. Searched the house. Found the necklace.
Uh-huh.
I was about to escape when Mr. Kensington came home with the groceries.
I'm afraid I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
Oh, that's no problem. I'll show you. Hi, honey. I'm home. What the? You turn and point the gun at me. Hi-ya! The gun slides across the floor. The dog begins to bark. Lou Jack comes back at you in a blind rage. You grab his arm like this, twist it behind his back, and slam him into the wall.
Lighten up.
During the struggle, the dog is accidentally kicked. Ow! It was an accident. Then the fish tank is overturned.
Don't! I have to take my pill later.
So much for realism. All right. Boom. The dog is barking, the fish are flopping, gasping for breath. Okay, Lou Jack gets away and runs out of the house. But you run after him.
No, don't touch me.
But you can't catch him. So you rush back to your beautiful wife. Darling, I'm back. You kiss her. You kiss her again. You decide not to untie her. Oh. Anyway, you call the police. 35 minutes later, they arrive. Oh, thank goodness you're here. A $25,000 necklace has been stolen, but that's not important. My wife, my dog, and my fish are still alive. But wait, what's this? The thief has left his gun. That could be important evidence that would lead to a quick conviction. Gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case.
Quick, let's take another vote before she puts on Nicholas Nickleby.
Right.
All those for guilty? Okay. And it's unanimous.
I'm afraid not. As an actress, that scene didn't ring true. I just didn't believe my motivation, and the rest of you were utterly unconvincing.
So?
I'm sorry, guys, not guilty.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is too much.
Some man would like to do a tribute to plain people in drab jobs. Like the three little gals who are working so hard to serve you. They're short-handed tonight, but you won't hear them complain. Let you go in the kitchen. So to Jan, Cassie, and Amy, this one's for you. They're all 16 tons. And what do they get? And all the day old around deeper in debt. When Gabriel calls them, they can't stay dead, 'cause they owe their soul to the lady in red.
That was Paul McGrady on the phone.
Oh? That's the second time today, isn't it?
Well, it's the second time I've talked to a McGrady. It's the first time I've talked to Paul.
This isn't going to be pretty, is it?
I made a big mistake. I accidentally started dating twins, and they don't know.
Accidentally, Cassie.
It's a long, boring story.
Not so far.
Paul went out of town. I went to this party. I met Peter, so when Peter asked me out, well, they are identical.
Next to you, even my fantasy life is sheltered.
I know I got to stop seeing one of them, but which one?
What difference does it make?
Thank you.
Sonny, Nancy said I could sing in church tomorrow night, and I was wondering if you'd come along and play the piano.
Me in church?
Oh, you'll only be gone about an hour.
What happened to the regular accompanist?
Poor lost soul. She won the state lottery and says she doesn't need God anymore.
Listen, Amy, I can't go to church, not after all the bad things I've done. The only reason I haven't been struck by lightning is that God's trying to think up something worse.
Sonny, it's never too late to mend your ways.
Amy, I've broken every commandment there is, except thou shalt not kill thy mother and father.
Sonny, that's not a commandment.
Oh, great, I've broken them all. Look, I can't go to church. It's the first place he'd look for me.
Sonny, God forgives. He's famous for that.
Really?
Really?
Friday night, huh? Wouldn't lie to me about God, would you?
No, Sonny. The Lord loves all his little lost lambs.
Let's just hope he doesn't love them with mint jelly.
We have a reservation, party of 13 from the Superior Court.
Yes, come right in. Well, Dot, just like old times.
Except I'm not a waitress.
Exactly.
Hi, Dad. How's it going? Oh, sorry, Jan, I'm not allowed to discuss the case.
I know that. I'm in law school. When I said how's it going, I didn't mean how's it going. I meant how's it going.
Oh, well, it's going okay if you get my meaning.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Unfortunately, it has the personality of a houseplant. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Dot.
Oh, great. I've got to take orders from 12 people who haven't been able to make up their minds for 2 days. Okay, guys. Specials tonight are veal piccata, coq au vin, and grilled rainbow trout.
Is the fish fresh?
Last time I was in the kitchen, it was still flopping.
I got it, the fish.
Okay, one fish. Anybody else decided?
No, I mean, I know how the crime was really committed.
Quiet.
Anybody else want fish?
My head is pounding, my back is aching, and my feet envy every other part of my body.
I'm tired of being forced into dresses that don't let you breathe, shoes that don't let you walk, just so men will think you look good. Ooh, that's a pretty color lipstick. Can I try it?
Have you decided what you're going to do about the McGrady twins?
I'm going to go out with Peter and tell Paul he's been dating my twin sister.
Whose name is also Cassie.
Hey, it's my mother's favorite name. Don't give me such a hard time about this, Jan. I like these boys. If I play my cards right, they won't find out.
This is terrific. It's just like having Dynasty right here at work.
It's for you. Hello. Hello, Peter. Can't make it. Oh, you talked to Paul. Well, I can explain that. Yes, Peter just told me. Well, I can explain that.
She'll never get out of this one.
The only reason I started to go out with Peter is because he reminds me of you. It's your fault, not mine. If you weren't so attractive, I never would have given him a second glance.
Boy, she's good.
What? Sure, put him on. Peter, the only reason I started going out with Paul is because he reminds me of you. It's your fault, not mine. Of course I forgive you. What? Tell Paul I forgive him, too. No, I'm sorry, I got plans Saturday night. Maybe you'll switch with you. Well, you guys talk it over and surprise me.
Wow. Cassie, you're unbelievable.
Well, I really can't take the credit. It's kind of a natural gift.
So I guess you all are dying to know what it was that I discovered at dinner last night.
Well, I'm certainly all a Twitter.
You remember when we acted out the crime?
Hey, this isn't going to be an encore, is it?
Look, we know that Mrs. Kensington was tied up here. Lou Jack got the necklace and was about to escape when Mr. Kensington surprised him. There was a struggle. Lou Jack lost the gun. The fish tank was overturned and the dog was kicked.
Hard.
Well, don't you get it?
Get what?
The fish tank was overturned and the police didn't arrive until 35 minutes later, and the fish were still alive?
No goldfish could stay alive that long out of water.
Exactly. There was no struggle. There was no robbery. Lou Jack was never there that night.
Then who stole the necklace?
Kensington. He staged the whole thing. He trashed the room to make it look like a struggle had taken place, and he called the police. But he made one mistake. Just before the police arrived, he added one finishing touch. He knocked over the fish tank.
And why would he steal his own necklace?
For the insurance.
Absolutely. So what about the gun?
What am I, Columbo? All I have to do is establish reasonable doubt.
She's right. All those voting not guilty? All right.
Why don't we all split up in twos and celebrate?
Hey, where's our food? Sorry, ma'am, that's not my station. Your waitress is Nancy. Well, Nancy, still think you can make it without Dot?
Why did I let Amy off the same church?
Maybe it was a desperate backhand stab at saving your soul.
Howard was right. I brought this on myself. I am too cheap to hire temporary help. He's so insightful.
I ordered lamb chops, not pork chops.
Sorry. Dot, you're back. Tell me jury duty is over. Tell me there aren't 11 people behind you.
It's over, Nancy.
Oh, bless you, my child. Welcome home.
Why, Nancy, you're really glad to see me.
Ecstatic. Here, take this in the kitchen. The woman at table 6 ordered lamb chops, not pork chops. This time, get it right.
Hey, Dot, welcome back.
Hey, honey. Hi. Hey, how'd it go at church? It was embarrassing.
I loved it. They forgave all my sins. I walked out of there with a clean slate.
Yeah, what about when you tried to pick up the minister's wife?
Okay, one smudge.
Then he tried to pass his tip snifter through the congregation.
Well, those guys in the aisles passed the plate. They tipped the ushers. They could tip the musicians.
Get set for great late-night fun on the Arsenio Hall Show coming up next. Tonight, Arsenio welcomes good friend and the newest member of the Starship Enterprise, Whoopi Goldberg, plus everybody's favorite bartender from Cheers, Ted Danson, and beautiful Victoria Principal. The Arsenio Hall Show next.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity farm. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I love is not the people die. Believe me, we know we do have fun. They can be maybe less than wealthy, but
the time I have had. But I've got to get my rest, 'cause Monday is next. Everybody.
Sonny, your singing is even more depressing than usual. What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. What do you girls know about the sex life of Sonny Man?
Sorry, I missed that episode of Amazing Stories.
Well, it's the pits. Last night was just another unfulfilling one-night stand devoid of any real meaning or lasting satisfaction.
She didn't show up.
Right. So I've decided I'm through with life in the fast lane. I'm going to become a one-woman man.
That's good news for the rest of us.
Pardon me, but don't I know you from somewhere?
I don't think so.
I'm just sure that we've met before.
Were you at Madonna's wedding?
Of course, that must have been it. Enjoy your meal.
You know you're a wonderful piano player.
Thanks. When your boyfriend shows up, tell him to tip me.
Oh, I'm not waiting for anyone.
Really?
As a matter of fact, I just broke up with someone. I'd sure like to hear something sad.
Well, here's looking at you, babe. Blue Monday! How I hate Blue Monday!
Excuse me, I'm looking for Nancy Beebe.
Oh, I'm Nancy Beebe.
I'm with Craig and Baslow, attorneys at law. I hereby serve you with a summons and complaint.
No, wait a minute, what is this all about?
You're getting sued, lady.
Nancy, what is it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Here, let me take a look. Actually, it's management that's being sued. You're just named in the complaint. Do you remember a Walter Criff?
Walter Criff, yes, he's the gentleman I turned down over the phone.
They can sue you for that now?
He applied for a job around the same time as Amy. I chose her. I didn't think he'd fit in the uniform.
Well, he's suing to be awarded a job on the basis of your sexual discrimination.
That's not fair. Nancy's never been discriminating.
But I've got to get my rest, 'cause Monday is next. That was pretty good. Did you ever sing professionally?
Me? No, only in the shower.
Did you like an audience? There I go, putting the moves on again. I'm sorry. What I'm looking for now is a long-lasting relationship. I'm not into some one-night stand in some sleazy hotel.
Me neither. I'll wait for a weekend in Vegas.
You are one classy chick.
Is the new guy out there yet?
No. He must be even later than me. I think I'm gonna like this guy.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think management should have caved in and given him a job here.
Wait a minute. You're the one that's always been for sexual equality.
I know that. But for years, men have been exploiting women, making us take menial, low-paying jobs. Now they're making us share them.
Well, his resume says he's experienced.
Well, I'm sure he's better qualified than I was. Heck, before I started working here, I'd never taken an order that wasn't yelled into a clown's face.
Ladies, I'd like you to meet Walter Criff. Walter, these are your new co-workers, and that's Dot.
Well, welcome to Above the Top, Walter. I just know you're going to feel like part of our little family here, so if there's anything we can do for you, you just ask.
Okay, I got a poker game tonight. Will you cover for me?
Thank you. Hey, Cassie, I've just got to tell you how perfect Louise is. She's got exactly what I require in a woman.
A pulse?
Right.
Won't you sit down, Amy?
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I realize that I'm not the most popular person here. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard you correct me. Now, where was I?
You were saying you weren't the most popular person here.
Yes, yes. Why do you think that is, Amy?
Because you treat us like dirt?
No. It's because I have to take certain responsibilities that nobody else wants to take.
Yeah, I understand how difficult your job must be.
Oh, thank you, Amy. You've made this just a little bit easier for me. Please don't take it personally. You're fired.
Why don't we go to Willy Wong's China Palace?
Oh, great. I'll get a batch of those little shrimps with the heads on them.
Oh, they're disgusting.
Not if you pretend they're looking at somebody else.
Oh, Amy, come with us so we can get 4 dishes.
I really can't afford to go out to eat anymore. I've been fired.
What?
Nancy fired me.
Why? Oh, I get it. We've got one too many employees.
This really makes me mad.
Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. Amy, I wish there was something we could do for you.
Well, come out with us anyway, our treat. And maybe we can figure something out.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, you'll feel better. We'll do that little puppet thing with the shrimp heads, you know? Mr. Sandman, send me a drink.
Okay. I'm gonna say goodbye to Sonny and Howard.
This stinks. Amy's losing more than a job. She doesn't have any family out here. I mean, we are it.
So what's the problem? We're a team, right? If she's out, we're out. We'll quit.
That's great. Then the four of us will be out of work. How's that going to help, Amy?
Moral support?
I got a better idea. I'm gonna go out there and break Nancy's arm.
Oh, hold it. Just a second. If you just calm down for a second, you'd realize you are too small to do her any real bodily harm. I'll do it.
Wait a minute. Longo, this is a posse.
Whoops, I'll come back.
Hold it.
Cassie, what are you doing?
Nancy, you've done some really lousy things since I've known you.
This is no time for a stroll down memory lane.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wait a minute. Management is responsible for Amy's dismissal, not me. They don't want any legal entanglements with Walter.
And why couldn't you stand up for her?
Do you really think I could have prevented them from firing Amy? Oh, you are naive. I work here just like you do.
And when they say jump, you jump.
That's right. Because I can't afford to lose my job any more than you can. I don't expect you to believe this, but I'm as upset about Amy as you are. If it makes you feel any better, you can blame me. I'm used to it.
Boy, Nancy is the lowest. Just when you're all set to hate her, she has to go and act like a human being.
Give her 5 minutes, she'll get over it.
Man, my feet are killing me. You know, this is hard work.
It's a good thing you're dedicated.
Shots? Taking shots at the new guy? I guess that means we're not going to go for a beer after work.
Tell you the truth, Walter, we're not too thrilled with the way you got your job here.
Yeah, neither am I. You know, this thing's turned out all wrong. I do not wait on tables for a living. I sue restaurants. They all settle out of court. This one had to go and hire me. Maybe I can sue him for that. Well, let's see. Can I have this one over here?
Wait a minute. You're not changing in here with us.
Oh, I'm afraid so. They won't spring for a men's locker room.
There's got to be a law.
Oh, there is. Melissa Lincoln versus the American League. She was a woman reporter who sued to gain locker room privileges. Should have thought of that one.
Oh, I get it. We're supposed to be shocked, right? Well, I, for one, am not shocked. I saw hair, you know? And this was right about the part where my parents took me home.
You know, I would stand right here. But you think I was standing right here just to prove a point. So just to prove a point, I'm gonna leave.
Go ahead, I could use a good laugh.
Excuse me, do you mind?
Well...
You know, I never forget a face, and I finally placed yours. Chicago, 1971, right?
Well, I was there. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, gosh, I love Chicago. You know, I used to work at the Roundup room. You know, all those fun lovers on expense accounts. Oh, I left my brand on more than one of them. But I guess the one you remember best is the one that got away. Yeah, he was just a boy, really. His name was Lou. His eyes were brown like yours, and he had Beach Boy blonde hair like yours. And, oh, he had a lovely overbite. Like yours. Lou, you shaved off your mustache.
That was Beautiful Lady. Words and music by yours truly, Sonny Man. And when I sing it this time, I'd like to dedicate it to Louise, or as I affectionately call her, Lou. Only when you're near me, do I hear music play.
Nancy, please let me explain. I'm not Louis. I'm Louise. That night I spent with you was my last night as a man. I flew to Sweden the next day.
You went from my hotel room straight to Sweden?
You don't understand.
I've had complaints before.
Listen to me.
Okay, so maybe one guy entered a monastery, but never anything like this.
Nancy, it has nothing to do with you. I was a woman trapped inside the body of a man. Please, try and understand.
It's those long winter nights in Sweden. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Nancy, now that you know, please don't tell Sonny.
He doesn't know? But don't you think he ought to?
Well, he'll find out in due time.
Do you think that's fair?
Believe me, I've told all the others up front. That's why I'm alone. Please don't ruin this chance. Please don't tell Sonny.
That goes out to the luckiest lady in the room, because she's got me.
All right, I won't tell him. Would it be possible for me to be there when you do?
Well, we miss you too, Amy. Well, hang in there. Right. Bye-bye.
How's she doing?
Hanging in there.
Well, that's Amy. Tougher than an ox-tongue taco in San Antone. Am I the only one that misses that step?
I'll be ready in a minute, Nancy.
No hurry, Dorothy. I just stopped by for a chat. You know, girl talk.
Great. What do girls talk about in your day?
Oh, many subjects. Politics, geography, Scandinavia, medicine, bizarre operations.
What are you trying to get at, Nancy?
It's Sonny. He's dating a man.
Well, at least someone in our species said yes. Does Louise know?
Of course. She's the man. Louise used to be Louis until she had the operation.
You mean Louise is a transsexual?
This is terrible. What did Sonny say when he found out?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Sonny doesn't know.
He doesn't know?
Come on, you two. This is serious. Now, what's going to happen when the relationship gets closer?
Louise will probably have another operation and change back.
Stop it. This isn't funny. Now, think of poor Louise. Well, she must have gone through hell before she made this decision.
Yeah? She used to date you?
Hey. What's the big joke, guys?
Sonny, we were just talking about the economy, you know, cutback.
That is funny. I have something serious I wanted to tell you guys. There's something I want to show Louise. No, come on, this is serious.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sonny. We're just in a silly mood.
Well, knock it off.
What do you want to talk about?
2 airline tickets.
Where to?
Ecstasy. I'm taking Louise to Vegas this weekend. Maybe we'll get married. I've denied her my body long enough. She can have me.
This is serious now. Now's a good time. He's on his break.
Why do I have to tell him?
Because Nancy promised she wouldn't, and Cassie can be kind of blunt, and because there's no way in the world I can get straight face.
Right.
If I play any softer, the people on the back won't be able to hear me.
Sonny, can I sit down?
Sure. Normally, I'd say you're killing my action, but I'm a changed man now.
You're not the only one. You know, Sonny, life is funny sometimes.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You do?
Oh, yeah. A week ago, I was just a brilliant but lonely artist walking down the road of life alone. And then out of the blue, I meet Louise, a girl who has a million things in common with me.
She used to have 1,000,001. You, Sonny, have you ever wondered what life must be like for a caterpillar?
Not really.
Well, he starts out life all fuzzy and ugly on the outside, but he knows that deep down inside there's a beautiful butterfly waiting to come out.
That's true.
And one day he does come out and just kind of flits away.
I wonder where he'd go.
Sometimes all the way to Sweden. The thing is would you know by looking at a butterfly that she used to be an ugly old worm?
No.
Get it?
Get what?
Louise had a sex change operation. She used to be a man.
Come on, Dot. Louise is not a man.
I didn't say she was a man. I said she used to be.
Well, she sure doesn't kiss like her. Oh, Dot. Oh, Dot, I kissed a man.
Sonny, it's not that bad. I've kissed men.
Oh, but you're supposed to. I'm into a major taboo here.
You know, Sonny, the only thing that really matters is, do you love her?
Yes. I mean, no. I did before. It's kind of like the time I bought the white Italian shoes. I loved them until everybody laughed at them. Then I hated them. You know what I mean?
No.
I just don't think I can handle it, Dot. Doesn't make me a bad person, does it?
No, of course not. A lot of other things make you a bad person, but this isn't one of them.
Excuse me, Dot. This is gonna be tough. The sad thing is I really did like Louise.
Good luck, Sonny.
Sonny, I need to talk to you.
I need to talk to you, too.
Maybe you want to talk to me after you hear what I have to say.
I think I know what you want to talk about.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
I found somebody else.
Oh, no, I don't.
I don't want to hurt you, Sonny, but I found a man who satisfies all my needs. You were always so shy.
Shy? I was just showing respect for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Sonny, but I'm really very sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sick. I've just been dumped by God knows what.
Great, just super. You look great. Oh, well, I should have been getting plenty of rest.
Hey, Tex, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Howard. Just super, really great. Amy! Just super. Oh, how did it go at the employment agency? Oh, just fine. They sent me on an interview this afternoon to the Chi-Chi room.
That mud wrestling joint?
Yeah.
You turned it down, right?
I need a job. I mean, it's not what I wanted to do when I grew up, but they say it's real good for your complexion.
Poor, brave little thing. Amy, go into the lounge and change into your uniform. You're back on the payroll.
Oh, Nancy, I could kiss you.
Please don't. Walter, you're an incompetent waiter, a poor excuse for a man, and a discredit to your race. You're fired.
You really mean that, huh? Thank you.
Walter, down. You mean you're not going to sue the restaurant?
Hey, I tried that once. I wound up working here. Besides, I got a really big one coming up. You know how the greatest ideas are always the simplest? Hugh Hefner is going to pay me a fortune before he allows me to become a bunny. Ciao!
Well, thank you, Nancy.
Nancy, what about management?
Yeah, they're not going to like this.
Oh, they wouldn't dare fire me. And if they do, I can find work.
Sure, I hear there's an opening for a mud wrestler down at the Chi-Chi room.
Maybe. I'm fast and I'm wiry.
Hey, Howard, how about a little man-to-man?
I should think you'd had enough of that, Sonny.
Louise and I broke up.
Too bad. She seemed like a good woman, especially since she only had a few years' practice.
Sure, she had her drawbacks, but she knew how to treat a man, Howard. When I'd be reading the sports page, she'd shut up. When does that happen?
Never. Not with a woman.
Didn't like Cagney and Lacey or Kate or Raleigh.
You've been a fool, Sonny.
Well, you can't look back, Howard. She dumped me. I'll get over it.
Men, they're all alike. Come on, I'll buy you a beer.
You know, you remind me of her, Howard.
Coming up next on the Arsenio Hall Show, meet actress Jasmine Guy, better known as Whitley from A Different World, plus Roseanne co-star John Goodman, saxophone great Branford Marsalis, and pop singer Tracy Spencer performing Imagine. Stay tuned for the Arsenio Hall Show next, here on Channel 9.
French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose we're not the people's lives. Believe me, we know we're doing a royal can we maybe less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy, and anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic's slow. It's fun living.
Get money, but I'll try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it for the steer it, for the take it, for the thank you. I got a little break coming up. But not quite yet.
Evening, Cassie.
Hi, how you doing? You want to start out with your usual?
Please.
Alrighty.
Why was I born? Why am I living?
Hey, God makes mistakes too.
Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, I'm afraid there'll be a short wait.
I'll be at the bar.
Fine.
Ted, I thought you went back to New York.
I did. Just long enough to convince the boss that I was needed here desperately.
Mm-hmm. You're making all the right moves. You know that.
Uh-huh.
I won't be free for a while.
It's okay. I'll have dinner first.
Great. See you later.
Cassie, you know how I feel about dating customers.
Yeah, it's too bad the customers don't feel that way about you.
Robert, come here.
Well, I'm not going to be happy until I find it.
If it's happiness you're looking for, it could be right under your nose.
I just want you to know that I'm taking the breaded veal cutlet off tomorrow night's menu.
Fine.
Fine? You don't want to know why?
Okay, why?
Because you can't make breaded veal cutlet without breadcrumbs, and you can't make breadcrumbs without stale bread.
Now what do you want me to say?
How about what happened to the stale bread you've been saving?
It was right on the tip of my tongue.
The point is, Nancy, it's missing. Somebody stole it.
Come on, Howard. Who would want to steal stale bread?
Maybe somebody who likes to dip themselves in milk and roll around in breadcrumbs.
What a bizarre and fascinating notion.
You want to dress up like a breaded veal cutlet, that's your problem. My problem is tomorrow night's menu.
Howard, lighten up. This is hardly a major crisis. Soda stale bread's missing. Somebody probably threw it out by mistake.
Of course, that's it. Nancy's right. People are always throwing away stale bread. Happens all the time. Nothing suspicious here.
Thank you, Doc. Howard, you've been working too hard. Why don't you come up to my place and we'll have a few laughs?
Yeah, I'm laughing already.
I need 2 pullet baskets.
That's poulet basquet.
Well, I need 2 of them. Well, I see Ted's back in town, so... Oh, come on, Cassie. I saw your face when you walked in. You're as happy as a bullfrog with a mouthful of horseflies.
You're right. Sure would like to get out of here a little early.
Or so would I. I gotta get up early in the morning. I'm going to SeaWorld. I hear they had this little baby walrus that they dress up just like a cowboy, and he flops across stage, and they shoot him and he plays dead. Flops his little flipper.
You really love the theater, don't you, kid?
Hey, Howard, you have a minute?
Oh, this is not a good time, Sonny.
You're telling me. Listen, I was in this bar last night, and I asked this girl if she wouldn't mind coming back to my place to see my erotic pen collection.
What the heck is an erotic pen collection?
You know those pens, you turn them upside down and the girl takes her clothes off?
Yeah, I've seen the pens. I didn't know anybody had enough of them to make a collection.
Yeah, well, it's kind of unique. Sets me apart from the other guys.
I bet.
Anyway, she said she couldn't come up last night, but she was available next Thursday.
Sonny, are you sure you want to go with a girl who'd go to your place to see dirty pens?
Absolutely. But she also wants dinner. That's the problem. I got a cooking question for you.
What is it?
How do you do it?
Cook?
Yeah, I've tried a lot of different things. It never works out.
You haven't tried anything with breadcrumbs, have you?
No, but it sounds delicious. What kind of wine would I serve with these breadcrumbs?
Do you even know how to boil water?
Yeah, but I want to do something special.
I don't think I can help you, Sonny.
Two prime rib rare.
Hey, Jan, I got this really big date coming up next Thursday night, and I need some advice.
She said yes?
Uh-huh.
Sounds like I could both use some advice.
I want to show her that I'm a man of the 80s, that I'm sensitive, and that I can cry. With most dates, I usually wait until after they say no.
Try putting the crying where you usually do the begging.
Great idea. Love you.
Dot, you wouldn't like to cover for me tonight, would you?
No problem.
Gee, thanks, Dot. I'll return the favor.
Forget it. All I ask from you, Cassie, is your continued friendship, admiration, and respect.
She drives a hard bargain.
Nobody does it better. Yeah. Nobody does it half as good as me, baby. I'm the best. Ask around. Hey, how was SeaWorld, Tex?
Oh, it was fantastic. I think I like the dolphin show the best. Trainer had one of them walk across the water on his tail, then it came up out of the water and kissed me.
Woo.
You went all the way to San Diego to kiss a fish?
A dolphin isn't a fish, it's a mammal.
Will you kiss me? I'm a mammal.
No, Sonny, you're a fish.
Does somebody by the name of Cassie work here?
Well, yes.
Well, don't tell me. I'll know her when I see her. Cassie, right?
Right.
Do you want to talk here or in private?
About what?
Don't play games with me, honey. You know damn well about what.
Want to keep it down?
Look, you homewrecker, get this and get it straight. I want you to stop seeing my husband.
Well, I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me. I believed him. I was even thinking of getting a job in New York so we could be together. Jerk.
Jerk. Try slime, degenerate dirtbag.
I was talking about me.
Oh, well, then jerk's fine. People don't notice what goes on in here anyway. Sonny plays here every night. If they don't notice him, they didn't notice you.
Woo-wee, did you see the look on those people's faces when they found out that Cassie was dating a married man?
Jan didn't. You want to describe it to her?
And they were sitting there bug-eyed. I can't imagine what I would have done being humiliated that way. But then again, I don't date married men.
I didn't know he was married.
It's true, Amy, she didn't. Let's face it, the only single guys Cassie hasn't dated are dating each other.
So tomorrow night, instead of chocolate mousse, chocolate souffle, or fraise au chocolat, we'll be serving Jell-O.
Howard, if we're out of chocolate, just say so.
I just did.
Dot, where you been?
I've been counting my tips.
What have you got in there, money bags? You must have made out like a bandit.
Bandit. Very funny. I gotta go. Before you go, I have something to say. Quarters. Lots of quarters. What happens between consenting adults in the privacy of their own homes is between them and their videotape machines. But what happened here tonight was a public disgrace that reflects on all of us, the innocent and the guilty.
That's it. Good night, all.
In just a moment.
Back off, Nancy. I've been through a lot tonight.
You've made your bed. Now stay out of it.
Chin up, Cassie.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. You know, Cassie, I don't know if this will help, but I got some advice for you.
No good. Just the person I would have turned to.
Well, back home, when a girl finds out she's going with a married man, they have this cute little thing that they do to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, what is it?
They tie him up and drag him behind a Jeep.
I like it. Think it'll work with a Chevy?
Howard, the chocolate was delivered last week. Look, you signed for it yourself.
Well, then where is it?
Good question. I've also discovered a 10-pound wheel of cheddar cheese is missing. Now, that's cheese, chocolate, and stale bread. What do you make of it?
Probably some Russian dish.
I feel so weird today. I kept having the strangest dream about Ted.
Well, tell me about it. I took a psychology course in college. Maybe I can tell you what it means.
Well, I don't know whether it means anything, but we were at this amusement park, and he kept buying me hot dogs.
I think I remember what that means.
Then he wanted to take me to the Tunnel of Love.
We don't need Freud for this one.
And then I pushed him off a cliff. So what do you think?
I think you did the right thing. I didn't get much sleep last night either. We were up half the night talking about money. Richie kept insisting that Charlie needs braces, and I found myself saying that his teeth don't really stick out all that much.
Do they?
He's got an overbite like Bugs Bunny.
Sorry to hear you've been having budget problems, Jan. Of course, there are ways to supplement the old paycheck. A bit of chocolate is a treat, a little bread and cheese in the lunchbox.
Winning a huge slander suit in court.
Well, somebody's been raiding our kitchen.
Frankly, Nancy, I'm appalled. Shocked. I can't believe you'd accuse Jan of taking food home.
Well, if it isn't Jan, who is it?
Well, I didn't say it wasn't Jan, but where's your proof?
Thanks for your support.
You're right, Dot. Oh, please forgive me, Jan. I just can't go around accusing innocent people. It's that busboy Gus.
There you go again. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Things get misplaced, thrown away by mistake. You are dealing in pure speculation. Until you catch Gus in the act.
Oh, I'll catch him. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's how to set a trap.
So how come she's still single?
Look at the bait. Cassie, Ted's here. Says he wants to surprise you.
He already did.
Now it's my turn. Would you drop this off at table 6 and then show Ted into the lounge? She's right in there.
Thank you. How's my favorite girl? Something wrong?
Yeah, I missed the soft spot in your head.
What did I do?
Do you remember what I asked you on our first date?
Oh, come on, Cassie. That was 6 months ago.
I remember because it's something that I ask on every first date.
What?
Are you married? And you said no.
Excuse me, I need these right now.
So your wife showed up here last night.
That's impossible.
I have over 100 witnesses.
There must be some mistake.
You're right, and you're it.
Here, knock yourself out.
Now, hold it, Cassie. Put those down. I'm not lying to you.
So there you are. I do not want another scene in my restaurant. I told you to keep away from my husband. Howard, do something.
Not me, I'm protecting desserts.
Well, I'm calling security.
He's all yours. I've had it.
Hold it, sweetheart. I'm not done with you yet.
What is going on here? Cassie, I want to talk to you.
Why don't you talk to her?
We have nothing to talk about.
That's not my problem.
I told you to break it off with my husband.
You've got the tongues. You do it.
What are you talking about?
Your husband.
He's not my husband.
Wait a minute. You're not her husband?
I've never seen this woman before.
Then who is your husband?
You have some nerve asking that.
A hint. Give me a hint. What's his name?
Dwight.
Dwight? I don't date Dwights.
Okay, play it your way. But sooner or later, I'm going to catch the two of you together. And then you'll find out I'm not the meek little housewife you think I am.
And you call me a two-timer. How many guys are there, Cassie, or can't you remember their names?
Whoa, settle down. You were right. There's been a mistake.
Just forget mine, too. Just take me off the list, okay?
Ted, wait a minute. Please, let's talk about it. Ted! Dwight. I'm sure I would have remembered a Dwight.
There he is. Thanks a lot, Mr. Breadcrumb. That's right, I mean you, Howard. I took your advice. I'm on my way home from my date. I stopped to gas up the car, so I run inside and buy the most expensive breadcrumbs they had. Got me nowhere.
Excuse me.
A little late for apologies, mister.
I'm not apologizing. You're in my way.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, there she is, Miss Sensitivity.
What are you talking about?
Don't play innocent with me. You're the one who told me to cry early. At least when I cry at the end of the evening, I retain my dignity. If you ever need advice on love, don't come to me.
Well, if that's the way it's gotta be.
Yes, operator, just tell him that Cassie called again.
Still no luck?
I've left messages at his hotel, at his office. I've called him night and day. He's just ignoring me. Now I know how the guys on my B-list feel.
If you get a hold of him, what are you going to tell him?
That somebody else is having all the fun and I'm getting blamed for it.
All right, ladies, it's the moment of truth. I know who's been taking the food, although I've yet to figure out why.
Oh, I'm sure there could be any number of reasons, ranging all the way from innocent to humane.
For instance?
Okay, let's say that one of us, like Amy or Jan or Cassie, took pity on some poor hungry street person and offered to feed them a stale crust of bread, a little chocolate, some cheese. Given such noble motives, who is to say they should be punished? Who is to say in such a case that the end doesn't justify the means? Who amongst us would cast the first stone?
Me, if I could find one big enough.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're wondering which one of us is most likely to care about some little old lady who lives out of a shopping cart, whose only shelter is a cardboard crate in an alley.
Dot, open your locker.
Oh, all right. There. Good Lord, I'm innocent.
That's not your locker.
Oh. Ketchup? She likes to make soup out of it. She? Shopping cart Sal, you've seen her hanging around the parking lot. Short, fat, wears a Dodgers cap.
Sounds like Tommy Lasorda. 8 loaves of bread, 4 pounds of chocolate, and a wheel of cheese. Why so much?
She likes to entertain. I guess she has a lot of friends.
How'd you know it was Dot?
Simplicity itself, I went through your lockers.
That's an invasion of privacy.
Call F. Lee Bailey.
Nancy, wait. What are you going to do to me?
I'll have to think about it. I'll determine what's most merciful, then go the other way. Oh, good evening, sir. Nice to see you again.
Well, take a good look, because it's the last time you're seeing him.
I told you to wait in the car.
While you come up here and see your bimbo.
Oh, please, keep your voices down.
I'll take care of this, Nancy.
Back off, sister.
Sweetheart, please.
Don't sweetheart me, Dwight.
Dwight? You're Dwight? This is Dwight.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
Play something.
Caught between two lovers.
Do you know how much you messed up my life last night?
That's why I'm here, to apologize for that whole ugly scene.
What about this whole ugly scene?
I'm on to you and Dwight. How do you think I got him? His first wife was a blonde waitress. I was a blonde waitress. You are a blonde waitress.
Darlene, you got it all wrong. I haven't even asked Cassie out yet.
Did you hear the yet? Did everybody hear the yet?
Okay, the two of you, out.
You listen to me.
No, you listen to me. I don't know what your problem is, lady, but you've got some nerve trying to make it my problem. Now, this is a capon. And if the two of you don't get out of here, in 2 seconds, it's going to be a stuffed capon. Thanks for lending me the bird. I'll get you another one. You okay? Me? I'm fine. Now, at least I know what to tell Ted.
Yeah, if he ever returns your calls.
Oh, I'm not going to wait for his calls. I'm going to go to the hotel after work, and I'm going to camp out in the lobby if I have to.
Well, Cassie, that was quite a performance. You were rude, vulgar, and offensive. I'm proud of you. Get back to work.
Here you go, Sal. Hot roll. And your relish dish. Bon appetit.
Oh, it sure beats dumpster diving.
No, Nancy, you were really something else. And here I thought you were going to flatten Dot like a slow possum on a fast highway.
Hey, I'm eating here.
Would you like to start with soup or salad?
Dot, shopping cart Sal is a special guest. Bring her a shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, bring me a shrimp cocktail.
Right. Sal, when Dot told me of your plight, I took the liberty of calling the Bay Street Mission. They have a place for you if you like.
You couldn't get me a room here at the hotel?
Shut up and eat, Sal.
Yes? Sorry, I must have the wrong room. I'm looking for Ted Grady.
This is it. Come in.
Is Ted here?
No, I wish I knew where he was. Are you his secretary?
No. Are you?
I'm Beverly Grady.
His sister.
His wife.
Oh. I didn't know Ted was married.
Tomorrow is our 12th anniversary. I've flown in to surprise him.
I'm sure you will. Well, congratulations. Happy anniversary.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Cassie.
Are you with Ted's West Coast office?
Yes. I just dropped by to give him a message.
Can I take it for him?
Sure. Tell him he lost the Cranston account.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Cassie, thank you for the message.
You're welcome. Good night, Mrs. Grady.
Goodbye, Miss Cranston.
thanks.
Another chocolate souffle.
Oh, no, 3's my limit.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where do you get your mail?
At my house in the Hamptons. Who is this girl?
Nancy, this has been one of the most selfless and giving gestures I've ever seen.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank Dot. She's paying for it.
Are you?
Oh, good. You're surprised. Oh, I love surprises, especially when they're mixed with a touch of revenge.
Cassie, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I don't know. Felt like going someplace and listening to some loud music. Want to come with me?
Cassie, I'm a married woman now. I have to get home to Richie and the kids.
Oh, yeah, right.
What happened at the hotel? Wasn't Ted there?
No. His wife was.
I'll get my coat.
Coming up next, it's the reigning king of nighttime. No, it's not Johnny or Pat. It's Arsenio Hall. Stay tuned as Arsenio welcomes Michael Air Jordan and rhythm and blues sensation Surface, performing their chart-topping Shower Me With Love. The Arsenio Hall Show, next.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I come to we're not the people's life. Making it big, we know we're doing it for nothing. Can we maybe less than wealthy? But again, we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's
Dot? What are you doing here so early?
I had no choice. Can't come up with excuses anymore. I'm burnt out. I started to think of an excuse for today, and all I could come up with was that aliens had taken me aboard their spaceship and done experiments on my brain.
You don't think Nancy will buy that?
Just have to be on time for about a week, then I'll be rested.
Anybody want some candy?
That's a lot of candy, Jan. Either you did something great for Richie or he did something rotten to you.
Ellen's class is having a candy sale. She sells 200 boxes of candy. She gets a free trip to San Diego.
She sells 200 boxes of candy. She should get an apartment in San Diego.
I know. I hate these candy sales. It's always the parents who end up selling the candy. I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want to impose on my friends, but then I remembered when I was in school, my mother probably imposed on her friends, and when she was in school, her mother probably imposed on her friends, and hey, who am I to interfere with an American tradition?
I'll take a box.
Thank you.
I'll get your change.
Dot? Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. I'd love to, but I can't.
How come?
Well, see, yesterday sugar? There were these aliens? Take 4.
Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. I had the most wonderful time on my day off. Y'all will never guess what I did.
You picked up a sailor at the dock and spent the whole day in bed.
No.
I went and found my vacation dream come true amongst the tall pines at the Thornhurst Mountain Estates. Truly a Four Seasons resort.
Uh-oh. She's talking brochure talk. Anytime anybody says that they have found their vacation dream come true, or they may already have won a fabulous prize, it's not really them talking. They've been possessed by something that came in the mail.
Well, as a matter of fact, I got this letter from the folks up at the Thornhurst Mountain Estates telling me that I had won either a Rolls-Royce convertible or a fully automatic microwave oven or a free set of steak knives.
So when do we get a ride in the Rolls?
Oh, I didn't win the car.
You're kidding.
I won the knives. I also saw what has to be, dollar for dollar, the best vacation timeshare investment in America today.
This isn't brochure talk. This is sales film talk.
See, you just give them $7,000, and that buys you 1 week a year, every year at the fabulous Thornhurst Mountain Estates. Now, you figure out what a vacation costs you, and you'll see what a great deal this is.
So how many estates did you buy?
Well, none yet, because I can't afford it by myself. But together, we can afford it easily. So I'm going to show you how, for just pennies a day, you too can enjoy the satisfaction of owning your own rustic mountain villa. I've got the top bunk.
Hey, Cassie, I want to ask you a question. What would you think if I had Kirk Douglas's chin?
I think you're better off just trying to get an autograph.
No, really. Excuse me. See, I never really liked my chin, so I went to this plastic surgery clinic, and for only $1,200, I can get Kirk Douglas's chin. What do you think?
Well, why stop at the chin? I think you should get as much of Kirk Douglas's face as possible.
Look, you said so yourself. You're pooped, right?
I think the medical term is brain dead.
Well, what better way is there to get your juices going again than a few days at your own vacation home?
Well, wait a minute. Is there something fun to do at this place?
Yeah, you can swim in the proposed lake. Proposed lake? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What if the lake is never built, Amy? Or what if the tennis courts are never put in? Or what if the golf course is never done? Don't you think I had enough sense to ask those questions?
Did you?
Yes, I asked, and they showed me the artist's renderings of what Thornhurst Mountain Estates will look like when it's done. Now, why would they go to the trouble of making artist's renderings if they weren't planning to do all that stuff?
Talk like this could get you made a ward of the county.
Happened to a cousin of mine.
Dr. Jacobs, what are you doing here?
You don't have a drive-in window, so I took the elevator. A hernia is nothing to laugh at. These are words to live by. Oh, they'll never replace There's No Place Like Home, but they are words to live by.
A hernia is nothing to laugh at. Well, you can't tell. People may take to it.
Don't be such a Weisenheimer. How come you didn't come in for your appointment today? Dr. Burnham is a very important surgeon. I had him come by to take a look at you.
It must have slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind. Had to take him to lunch. Brilliant surgeon. Eats like a pig. Now, we gotta get this hernia fixed.
I told you the other day, I have no intention of having surgery.
I have no intention of leaving you alone until we get this thing taken care of.
You can sit at a table or you can have a seat at the bar. Which would you like?
What I'd like to go home and soak my feet. Enjoy your meal. Will you please sit down? Sit.
Sorry, I have work to do.
I should have been a veterinarian. When you say sit, they sit. Nancy, you're being silly. Believe me, you'll be glad you did this.
I told you I don't want to. Now leave me alone.
I am not going to leave you alone. Trouble? Yeah, my feet are killing me.
You gotta bring your crazy boyfriends into my kitchen?
He followed me. I don't want him in here.
Okay, you out. You can't throw me out. I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor?
Yeah. I'd show you my diploma, but I left my wall in the car.
Hey, Rob, Spud, you want to kick out a doctor?
Hey, wait a minute. This woman is very sick.
You should have gotten to know her better before you went out with her.
She needs an operation. Will you wait a second? Will you stop moving? Yeah?
Howard, you were wonderful.
I don't like doctors.
Why did he say you need an operation? There must be something wrong with you.
I have a slight hernia. It's really nothing.
But if the doctor said you need an operation, shouldn't you get it?
Look, I'm only going to say this once. I am not going to the hospital. I am not going to the hospital. What are you doing?
This very pretty girl is taking my order.
Not her, you. Why won't you leave me alone?
Because I'm your doctor. It's my job to bother you.
You bother her for a living? I do it for fun.
Lots of people have hernias. I'll be fine.
Wait a minute. Lots of people have hernias, but not as large as yours. Did you ever hear of a strangulated hernia?
No.
They're rare, but they happen. Now, look, I don't want to lose you. You're the prettiest patient I've got.
Well, I guess that's why they call it the hypocritic oath.
Pretty and funny. I like you. We should go dancing sometime.
All right.
My luck, I got such bad feet. I'll see you in the hospital tomorrow.
It's out of the question. I'll wear a truss.
If a hernia strangulates, you won't wear anything. You'll be dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I say to you, gunfight at the OK Corral, Spartacus, the Vikings, what's the first thing you think of? That's right, Kirk Douglas's chin. Soon to be a chin shared by yours truly. Thank you. In honor of this momentous decision, I thought I'd do a medley of chin songs for you. Unfortunately, there aren't enough chin songs to make a medley. So I'm going to do an eye medley, and I want you to think of Kirk Douglas's chin every time I say the word eyes. Jeepers, creepers.
Amy, I still don't understand this. If we only get to spend 1 week a year at this place, does that mean we all have to take our vacations together?
No, not necessarily. We could each take it 1 week every 4 years, or we could take it 2 days every year with one of us only getting the 1 day a year, and that would rotate so that you'd only get the 1 day a year every 4 years. Or else what we could do
Oh,
is
come on, kid. Doesn't it seem silly getting a place you're only going to use a couple of days a year? I've already got a place like that, my apartment.
Gee, I wish I would have known y'all felt this way, because I invited the salesman to come down here tomorrow night and show y'all what he showed me. Well, he was going to bring each of you a free set of steak knives.
Hi, Nancy. How's it going?
Just exactly what is that supposed to mean?
It means, hi, Nancy. How's it going?
There aren't any oh, poor Nancys in there, I hope. I don't want your oh, poor Nancys. I don't want anyone's oh, poor Nancys.
Haven't heard one in weeks.
Fine. Nobody cares about me. I understand.
Nancy, what is it with you? Do you want sympathy? Do you not want sympathy? Which is it?
No sympathy.
Fine.
Okay, a little sympathy.
Nancy, I'm sorry you're going through this.
Well, it just makes me so damn mad. I mean, why me? I don't deserve this. Am I the sort of person who deserves a hernia?
No. Of course not.
What is such a stupid thing, a hernia? I mean, it just sounds silly. Hernia. It's too close to hyena. How can you be serious about it?
Well, your doctor seems to think it's pretty serious.
Oh, I hate this hernia.
How did you get it anyway?
Oh, that's the worst part. Last week, I locked my keys in my house, and I got the hernia boosting my date into my bedroom window.
I'm sorry.
Is this your idea of sympathy?
I'm sorry. It's a picture, isn't it? Why didn't he boost you?
He was a small Oriental man. He tried twice, but we kept falling into the shrubs. I had no choice. Oh, good Lord, why am I telling you this? Look, you won't tell the others, will you?
It's not going to be easy.
Oh, please, I couldn't stand the embarrassment.
Let's talk candy.
3 boxes.
5.
I hate this hernia.
Excuse me, young fella. Is that Nancy Beebe around?
Yeah, she's around here somewhere. Hey, aren't you that doctor who got her all worked up yesterday?
No, I'm the doctor that got all worked up over her yesterday.
I gotta ask you something, Doc. I'm thinking about having plastic surgery done. I'm gonna get Kirk Douglas's chin.
Move over. What's the matter with that chin? Doesn't it do everything a chin should do?
Oh, I know. It's not a bad chin, but it's not a Kirk Douglas chin.
You wouldn't want that chin. It's a very bad chin.
What are you talking about? I love that chin.
They've had a lot of trouble with that chin. Lots of recalls. Lint gets stuck in that chin. Don't change a thing. I love you just as... Ah, Nancy. Oh, what a beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Will you just sit down for a minute?
Why?
I'd like to get off my feet.
All right.
You got flat feet?
No.
Terrible thing, flat feet. Terrible, terrible. And very little public awareness, you know. Flat feet needs a poster child. Listen, I'm awful sorry that I upset you yesterday.
Thank you.
But that was yesterday. This is today. Now, you got to get into the hospital and get that hernia taken care of.
Why won't you leave me alone?
Nancy, you're sitting on a time bomb. It may never go off, or it could go off tomorrow. Now, I can't leave you alone with a thing like that. I can't.
Just as I can't go to the hospital.
You keep saying that. I don't understand why.
Because I'm afraid.
Oh, now that's irrational.
Oh, not to me, it isn't. When I was about 6 years old, I had my tonsils out. It was supposed to be a routine operation. Something went wrong, and I almost bled to death. To this day, the smell of the hospital brings back all those memories. The taste of the blood, the screaming, the fear. I can't even visit people in the hospital without being overcome by fear. I've tried hypnosis, I've tried therapy, nothing helps. Oh, look, I thank you for your concern, but I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
So, I'll schedule a bed for you for tomorrow.
Oh, sorry to bother you. I didn't know you were in here.
Oh, it's all right. It's your lounge. I just needed a place to be alone. You're probably wondering why I'm not having this operation.
Nope.
It's not that I don't want to.
None of my business.
It's just that I don't think I can do it.
Then don't.
I'd like to do it.
Then do it.
Oh, you wouldn't understand.
Probably not. Obviously, you're afraid of something.
When I was a child, I had a very rough time during an operation. My mother and father were out of town, and I had to go through it alone. While I was just sitting here alone, I realized that that's what I'm afraid of. It's not the hospital that scares me. It's the alone.
You know, Nancy, in a very strange way, you and I are very much alike.
Sounds strange.
Well, we are. Our independence, our strength, even the way we feel about men. You see, I know that inside you have what it takes to get through this.
Oh, Cassie, I want to have this operation, but I just need somebody to be there with me.
Well, don't worry, I'll be there with you. We'll all be there with you.
Cassie.
Don't say it, Nancy.
I have to. Your break is over. Get back on the floor.
How's the patient?
Oh, just fine, Dot.
Brought you some candy.
Me too.
Wow, lovely. Just stack it up over here if you can find any room.
Is there anything we can do for you while you're in there?
No, I don't think so. I posted a new schedule at work. Oh, Jan, I want you to take over the hostess duties while I'm gone.
Sure.
Oh, and if anything should happen to Jan, then Cassie would assume the duties of hostess.
Gotcha.
And if for any reason Cassie can't be there, then Amy will be hostess.
You bet. And if Amy can't be there?
Just let the customers fend for themselves. They'll work it out.
Hello. I'm Dr. Bartlett. I'll be your anesthesiologist.
Hi, Pat.
Cassie, good to see you. You look great.
Thanks, so do you.
I haven't seen you in ages. We should have dinner sometime.
I'd like that. Give me a call.
I will. Good seeing you again. I'm sorry. I need to take your pulse. Thanks. Take care, Cassie.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Doesn't have much of a bedside manner.
After a couple of martinis, he does.
Nancy, I want you to meet your surgeon. This is Dr. Burnham.
Hi, Miss Phoebe.
Hello, Doctor.
Shove over. I gotta get off my feet.
Hi, Bill.
Cassie, how are you, sweetie?
Having fun? How about you?
Terrific. How about some coffee later?
I'll be here.
So there are other men I should have known.
Miss Phoebe, you have nothing to worry about. Procedure I'm going to perform is very simple. Shouldn't take long at all.
Good. We wouldn't want to keep you from your coffee.
Thanks. They'll be getting you ready for surgery soon. I'll see you upstairs. Bye, Cassie.
Have fun.
Relax. He's the best.
He looks awfully young.
I know, but I promised him if he finished his homework, he could do this operation. Trust me. Ready?
I guess. Girls, I want to thank you all for being here. I can't tell you what it means to me. Of course, I know we've had our differences.
What differences? I mean, sure, we haven't seen eye to eye, but we don't have differences. But when I think of the good times that we've had, the laughs that we've shared, those special moments when I just wanted to reach out and hug you, I think that deep down inside, we like each other.
Good to see you slinging it again, Dot. Anyway, thanks.
Bye-bye.
I'll be downstairs. Hang in there.
Nice kids. Well,
I'm ready.
You know how to drive this thing?
Where's Nancy? She's not back from surgery yet?
Relax. She hasn't been there that long.
Where's Howard?
He wanted to go make faces at the babies in the nursery. I get tired of that after 10, 15 minutes. This whole thing's got me tense. I can't wait till it's over so I can get away to my country place.
You mean that motel you go to in Bakersfield?
Well, didn't I tell you? Before I came over here, this guy named Mel stopped by the restaurant looking for Amy.
I forgot to call him. He's a salesman from the Thornhurst Mountain Estates.
Once they get that lake in, I'll be fishing right off my front porch. Well, I'm gonna go down and get some coffee. I guess I can leave this here for Nancy.
What'd you get her?
Set of steak knives.
Nice. Dr. Jacobs, what are you doing here?
I work here.
Where's Izzy?
He's up in surgery. They don't need me there now. What are you playing with the bed?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Oh, gosh.
Boy, you look as tired as a beer that's been on the bar a week.
You always talk like that?
If you make fun of her, she'll stop.
Nobody stops unless they want.
What?
I just left a patient on the 3rd floor. He's got tubes in his nose, tubes in his arms. We got him hooked up to everything in his hospital except the coffee machine. And you know what he just told me? He's going to stop smoking. 15 years, I reasoned with him, pleaded with him, kidded him, nothing. Now he's going to stop. Probably in the next 3 days, because I don't think he's going to live any longer. What did he expect me to do, huh? I got to chase him around and slap his hand every time I reach for a cigarette? I got enough problems keeping people alive who want to live. You know, I should have been a podiatrist, and I could have done something about my damn feet.
I wanted to tell you that Miss Phoebe is fine. She came through with flying colors.
Oh, great!
She'll be back to her old self in no time.
Great.
Well, is everything satisfactory, Doctor?
Delicious, really good. And so are you.
I don't know how to thank you for the way I feel.
Well, you could pick up the bill.
I tell you what, you pick up the hospital bill and I'll pick up this one.
Okay.
Come back and get us soon.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, the other day when I was making a rather substantial real estate investment, I said to myself, Sonny, you're a land baron now. Act accordingly. Oh, this land is your land. Hey, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the railroad.
Say, you shouldn't sing for the rest of the night.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
Yeah. I want to eat my meal in peace.
Ready for the Arsenio Hall Show next. Tonight, Legends of Rhythm and Blues. The Temptations will be on hand with a medley of their hits. And speaking of hits, Mayim Bialik, the young Bette Midler from the movie Beaches, will also be on hand. There's always something worth staying up for on the Arsenio Hall Show next.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I love is we're not the pure stuff. Believe me, we know we're doing good. Can we maybe less than wealthy? But again, we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow. It's
Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on a never spinning reel. As the images unwind, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your
There you go.
Joe.
And here you go, ma'am. Happy birthday.
That's it? Aren't you going to sing?
Ah, come on. Don't make me do that. I mean, it's so embarrassing. There are people in here I might date someday.
Howard, The man at table 5 asked me to convey his compliments to the chef.
It's the guy who ordered the filet mignon well done?
Right.
What does he know?
Howard, my church is having a white elephant sale, and I'm looking for donations. I was wondering if you had something that you don't need, something lying around the house that's really useless.
Got a dog.
I had a really tough time deciding what to bring you. I finally narrowed it down to my Mod Squad lunchbox. I mean, it's 20 years old and I hardly ever use it. Then I started thinking about all those bologna sandwiches with the crusts cut off and carrot sticks, and once in a great while, a box of Milk Duds. Those were carefree, happy days. You're not asking me to give those up, are you?
I'm sorry, I just wasn't thinking.
Oh, no. It's me. It's just I love my junk.
Stop crying, Dot. I'm not going to take away your lunchbox.
Oh, it's not the lunchbox. It's this allergy medication I'm on. It has a really strange side effect. It makes me really stupid.
Girls, this will only take a moment. Howard, I want you to hear this, too. I've just received word that the Princess of Kai Pei will be staying at the hotel. On Friday evening, she'll be having dinner here.
Okay, so how are we supposed to act?
Oh, Jan, just be yourself. Dot, you be Jan.
Isn't that something? A real Oriental princess coming here.
She's Oriental by marriage. By birth, she's Bobby Jean Vanke from Van Nuys.
You're kidding. How did a valley girl become a princess?
By doing things the old princess wouldn't.
Back to work, girls. Howard, I think it would be appropriate if on Friday you served one of the princess' native dishes.
Sure, be glad to. What are the native dishes of Van Nuys?
Hi, Jan. Fine, thanks for asking. How was your day?
Nick used the last of the toothpaste without telling anybody.
And there are people who want to do away with capital punishment. Who's Nick?
Richie's old roommate. He's staying with us, and the boys are making it just like the good old days. I woke up this morning to find empty beer cans on top of the TV set, clothes all over the floor, and a pizza on the couch under Nick.
What would you like if you're elected queen for a day?
That was this morning. Last night at about 1 a.m., I thought I'd watched just about enough Australian football on television, so we leave Nick on the couch and we go to bed. We make love, and all of a sudden there's this little knock, 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 knock on the door, and it's Nick. Well, it seems that the football was over, and he didn't want to really watch bass fishing in Georgia, so he and Richie get up and they go out and have a couple of beers. Made me feel just like a one-night stand. You know what I mean?
Read my book. Hi, y'all. Hi, kid. Oh, hey, listen about your church sale. I woke up this morning and I looked around the apartment for something to donate. Then I realized it wasn't my apartment.
Here's my donation.
Oh, wow. Isn't this something? Oh, wow.
Amy, it's a piece of art. It's one of Richie's early sculptures called Seagull.
Oh, that's okay. We can sell anything.
Hey, you guys won't believe this, but I woke up at 5 a.m. This allergy medicine really has me wired. I mean, I don't mind getting to work on time occasionally, but I almost got here early.
Gee, I hope you're not operating any heavy machinery.
Hey, did you see the paper? The Princess of Kai Pei is on the front page.
Oh, let's see. Oh, gee, she's not very pretty.
That's Fernando Valenzuela. This is the princess.
Oh, wow. Would you look at that rock she's wearing?
Woo. That's the biggest diamond I've ever seen.
Sure would look pretty with my little black dress.
Wonder what she did to earn that.
There's a picture of the prince on page 6.
Guy like that should come with 2 diamonds.
The Kai Pei diamond, better known as the Idol's Eye, is a 55-carat stone, which the princess intends to wear to her Valley High reunion in Van Nuys.
I hope I'm never that insecure.
Dot, why aren't you dressed?
Nobody's dressed.
Oh, it's just like you, Dot, to drag the others down with you. Now, Kai Pei's Minister of Protocol will be here to make the final arrangement for tomorrow's dinner. I want you all on the floor in 10 minutes.
Oh, Nancy, my church is having a white elephant sale this weekend.
Oh? Well, I'm sure there's something I'd like to give away.
Well, too easy.
How many of you remember the War of 1812? Well, I'm not surprised. It wasn't much of a war musically. Only 3 songs came out of it. The 1812 Overture, our national anthem, and the only one the three to make the charts from the late, great Johnny Horton. In 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson and the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. Oh, we fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a running.
Must have heard you singing.
Mexico. Thank you. Yo, Amy, I brought you a little something for your white elephant sale.
Oh.
Can't tell you how hard this is for me to part with.
Oh, Sonny, this is just terrific.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's going to be snapped up just like that.
And will you be staying for dinner, Your Excellency?
Oh, no, thank you, Miss Vivi. I was just checking out the security arrangements with Mr. Pennington here. As you know, the princess will be wearing the idol's eye tomorrow night.
Lucky princess.
There's no need for concern, Your Excellency. Let me assure you that security will be airtight.
Excellent.
In fact, let me show you what other measures we've taken here.
Marin, she's going to be wearing it tomorrow night.
Good.
Hi, Cassie. Amy here yet?
Hi, not yet. What's in the suitcase?
Nick's clothes.
You stole his clothes?
Yep. I wouldn't stay with someone who stole my clothes, would you?
I love you when you're like this.
Hi, Jan. Oh, Amy. I got another donation for you.
Oh, thanks. Hey, guess what? You know Richie's sculpture? The pastor of my church bought it himself.
Well, I'm sure Rich will be real glad to hear that.
Yeah, he put it right in his living room on top of his television set. He says now he gets all the UHF stations.
Well, if your pastor likes Hawaiian shirts with pizza stains on them, I think you got yourself another sale.
Amy, you thought I wouldn't come through for you, right?
Right.
Wrong. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Dot. This is a beautiful brooch. Isn't this gorgeous?
Oh, Dot, it's lovely. Has that been in your family a long time?
I picked it up at a flea market on my way to work. Oh, I really tried to find something of my own. It's just that I've had all that stuff so long I couldn't bear to part with it.
Well, this is great.
Another half hour and I wouldn't have been able to give that up either.
Dot.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Cassie.
Here's my contribution.
Thank you.
Thinning out the wardrobe, eh?
Yeah, I was just poking around the closet and I found a couple of things I never wear.
These are men's suits.
Told you.
Well, thanks, Cassie.
You're welcome. I don't think you're going to have any trouble selling the 38 regular, but I don't know about the 48 extra long.
48 extra long?
They traded him to the Celtics.
Ladies, we are expecting a princess. Nobody stressed. The tables aren't set up. And Dot will probably show up with some stupid excuse.
Nancy, I'm in the bathroom.
You see what I mean?
Thank you. I'd like to dedicate this next number to Her Exalted Highness, the Princess of Kai Pei. A little lady with a heart as big as all outdoors and a diamond to match. Oh, baby, if her friends could only see her now, wearing fancy clothes and eating fancy chow. Who knew that little Bobby Jean Banky from Van Nuys would grow up to capture the heart and hand of an exotic prince who would whisk her away to the fabled kingdom of Kai Pei? Thus proving to even the most cynical among us that some girls will do almost anything to get out of the valley. What a setup! Holy cow, they'd never believe it if her friends could see her. Now! Thank you.
These just came for you.
Oh. Toothpaste? He's gone. I love you. Come home. Brush your teeth.
Gee, I hope that's not from Nick. I'll put him in water for you. Thanks.
Would your Exalted Highness care for another Diet Cola?
For sure.
I dearly wish we could take that piano player back to Kai Pei with us. It would be such a pleasure to feed him to the swans. Don't you think so, Princess?
Totally.
Oh.
Oh, I'll see that you get a fresh napkin, Your Exalted Highness. Another napkin for Bobby Jean.
So far, it's going according to plan. I informed security that I'm filling in for the house doctor. Arthur got on staff without a hitch. Brother dear, I don't care how much he's complaining. You keep the real busboy locked up until we're out of here with the diamond. Look, I gotta get off the phone. Arthur should have planted the dope napkin by now. They could be calling any second. Right. Pick up, Doc.
Holy Oak, Massachusetts.
What are you doing?
This is the princess's napkin. Oh, must have her perfume on it. Whew. Really weird stuff, like a cross between Shalimar and bug spray.
Maybe she's trying to attract Sonny.
Makes me dizzy.
Let's go, Dot. Dot, will you pick up this food before it gets cold?
Okay. Hey, why don't I take this to some of the people out there?
Good idea. Let's see if the world's ready for it.
Oh, Howard, I don't want to upset you, but this fish is dead. Pardon me, sir. I can't help but comment on your tie. It's ludicrous. You picked it out, right? You have a wonderful sense of humor. Enjoy your meal. There we go. The veal is for you, the fish is for you, and the pork chop is for whoever is in the John.
We didn't order this.
Try it, you'll like it.
I don't want veal.
And I don't want fish. Hey, if we all got what we wanted in this world, I'd have my own talk show.
I believe that's our order. That's my pork chop.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, that's not right. Here we go. Hold it. Todd, what's wrong? What's the matter with you? Oh, I don't feel so good. What's going on? I feel dizzy, woozy.
What is going on here? Dot, serve that dinner.
I'm going downstairs to see Dr. Bickley. You serve it.
Nancy, it isn't her fault. It's that allergy medicine.
Yeah, she gets crazy when she takes it.
Yeah, she just took a little more than usual.
Well, I can't imagine what the princess thinks of all this.
I think she's shocked.
Everybody stand back. We need a doctor.
Yes, right. Excuse me. House doctor, please. It's an emergency.
Hello?
Oh, Dr. Bickley?
No, this is Dr. Cutler. I'm standing in for Dr. Bickley.
Oh, well, this is Nancy Beebe at Above the Top. We have an emergency.
I'm on my way.
And now for my next trick.
What? Dr. Bickley, have you got a woman in there? What's that nonsense? Oh, boy, Doc, you're really starting to get on my nerves. I can't understand a thing you're saying with this thing over your mouth.
You gotta stop them. One of them is pretending to be a doctor. The other's a busboy. They're gonna pull a switch and steal the idol's eye.
I'm sorry, my mind was a million miles away. You were saying?
Have you been taking drugs?
Yes, my allergy medication.
Well, that wouldn't account for your behavior.
I stopped sneezing.
Listen carefully. They got a fake necklace in a medical bag. They doped the princess's napkin.
Good for them, because it smelled awful.
You smelled that napkin? Then it's the allergy medication that kept you from passing out. The two drugs in combination probably cause irrational behavior.
Ooh, don't you kids try this at home.
Doc, we've got to get upstairs and stop them.
Right. Horatio!
I'm all tied up.
On your mark.
Untie me.
Get set. Hold it. How do I know you're the real doctor?
Dot, you've known me for 3 years.
I thought I knew you till I came in here and found you like this. You think this is some kind of turn on? I'm going back up upstairs to the Diamond and keep those guys from stealing the princess's restaurant.
What about me?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You know, this same thing happened when I was waiting tables back in Snyder. A woman came in the diner and slumped over just like that.
What'd you do?
Well, I didn't know the family all that well, so I just sent flowers.
Well, that's royalty for you. They just don't hold up very well. It's all that inbreeding.
Nancy, she's from the valley.
I know.
It must have been something she ate. Tell me exactly what you put in that chicken Marengo.
Oh, no, you don't. Not even Julia Child could pry that out of me, and she's a lot bigger than you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to enjoy your dinners. But there's no cause for alarm. The princess is just suffering from a temporary lack of consciousness. Play something. No, things are bad enough.
Stand back and give her some air.
No, I don't take my eye off the diamond.
Oh, of course. I understand.
Your attention, please. Tonight's performance of Star Trek the movie has been canceled.
Dot, what? Do you know what you're doing?
Get her out of here.
Hey, come on to the lounge and lie
Are
down.
you crazy and let them get away? Why do you think I'm here? Gee, I hope you can answer that.
I think she's trying to tell us something.
Yes, but what?
We don't know.
Then follow me.
I think she wants to have a meeting.
You go ahead. I'll read the minutes.
Dorothy, you come out from underneath there. It's that algae medicine she's taking. Dot, you're stoned.
Really? Want to come up to my place?
Sonny, we all know you're a slug. Don't make us think less of you.
Wait, it's coming clear. They tied him up, they knocked her out, and they switched eyes.
The princess will be fine now. I'm going down to my office and get the portable oxygen. I'll need someone to assist me. You, come with me.
Oh, no, you don't. Dot, what on earth are you doing?
Any fool can see I'm doing this.
Let the doctor pass.
That man's no doctor, he's a busboy.
I almost got it that time.
Step aside.
Nancy, it's in the bag.
You're in the bag. Now step aside.
Thank you, Miss Beebe. I'll be right back.
Oh, give me that bag!
Wait a minute.
Well, the commotion's over. Oh, and that's exactly why we don't have a buffet. So just sit back and enjoy the rest of your meal in peace and quiet. Sonny, go and get those girls back out here.
Right, Chief.
Kathy, wait a minute. I know this girl. I can vouch for her. Now, she wouldn't be going through all of this if this wasn't important. There's something in that bag that she's trying to protect. Go ahead, Dot. Show us what's in the bag. Take her away. She's a nut.
Oh, no, wait. The idol's eye, but the princess is still wearing it.
Dot said they switched eyes.
Hold it, you two. Come with us.
My dear young lady, you have restored to us our greatest national treasure. May the blessing of Kai Peyton.
Well, Dot, it seems I owe you an apology.
Well?
I just can't get it out.
I couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm so lucky to have friends like you. You never gave up on me. And I would like to thank each and every one of you personally. If only I could remember your names.
Tonight, all Hall breaks loose when Arsenio Hall trades punchlines with wrestling sensation Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart and Honky Tonk Man. Are these kings of the ring any match for TV's Prince of Late Night Laughs? Find out on the Arsenio Hall Show. Coming up next.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I love is
this? Is it for someone special?
I'm going out with my city councilman.
Is it some kind of personal urban renewal project?
Oh, we're having a problem with garbage collection, and a bunch of the people in the neighborhood got together and tried to solve the problem. Marching around with picket signs didn't help, so I thought marching around in this dress will.
Ladies, why aren't you in the supply room? I'm waiting for you.
Work's over. We're going home.
Oh, no, work's just beginning. We're doing inventory tonight.
I can't. I've got to get to my acting class.
I'm going to a gallery opening.
I got to get my garbage collected.
I'm sorry I put the notice on the bulletin board 3 days ago.
Thanks for letting me know, Dot. Good night, everybody.
You're not going anywhere. Don't any of you ever look at the bulletin board?
What for? There's never anything good up there. Just bad news and free puppies. I don't need either one.
Look, I don't like this any more than you do. Do you think when I leave here at night that my life is over?
No, but it's that hope that keeps us going. This inventory could be the best thing to happen to me tonight. Councilman Kenderson was going to take me to the Biltmore Hotel to hear a speech.
Really? About what?
About why I should spend the night at the Biltmore Hotel.
Sounds like you avoided a real jerk.
Yeah, but my garbage still isn't going to get picked up. That'd be worth a date with a jerk. I mean, come on, let's face it, all of us have gone out with jerks before.
Yeah, we have. When I think of all the jerks I had to wade through before I finally met Richie, I could tell you some stories.
Great. While we're counting linens, we can count jerks. It'll be fun to see which we have more of.
Okay, Jan, you started off. My pleasure. I remember this one guy, Alan Steckler. Alan Steckler, the Dark Prince of Jerkdom. Steckler was best friends with this guy, Jeff, that I was dating at the time, and we were giving a surprise party for Jeff.
Oh, Jan, come in.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
Oh, fine. Oh, wow. You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Place looks great. Where's Bonnie?
Oh, I'm having her pick up Jeff. Part of the surprise. Champagne?
Sure. I'd love a little.
You know, Jan, you really do look beautiful.
Thank you. This is so nice of you, giving this party for Jeff. You know, I've always wanted a surprise party, but I'm afraid it just can't be done. You know, I am one of those people who can see a surprise coming a mile away.
Oh, Jan, I love you. I want you to leave Jeff and come live with me.
I guess it's just sort of a sixth sense that I have.
I guess it may come as a shock, but I can't get you off my mind.
So, what did you get Jeff for his birthday? I bought him a gun.
Jan, I can't help myself.
Oh, yes, you can. I'll help you.
You see, that's what I love about you. You're so giving.
Alan, stop it. You're Jeff's best friend.
Well, I know that. I love Jeff. There's never been a dearer or closer friend in the world. Would you go to bed with me right now?
Alan! Now cut it out. This is not funny. Haven't you ever heard of morals? This is disgusting. Now you've got me all upset, and they're going to be here in 15 minutes.
Then we should hurry.
Maybe I better wait outside.
Oh, but you'll ruin Jeff's surprise.
Oh, I think he's going to be pretty surprised anyway.
Would you like to dance?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. If we don't dance, we're going to be stuck here feeling uncomfortable about you rejecting me.
Alan, I haven't rejected you.
You haven't? Oh, I love you so much.
Well, I have rejected you, but it's not really rejection, because in order to have rejection, you have to have a relationship. We haven't had a relationship, so... Okay, I'll dance.
Thank you.
You want to dance or you want to wrestle? I'm leaving.
Well, why isn't there anything I can say to make you stay?
That you're leaving?
Oh, gee, this is a great first date. Would you like to see a movie, Mara?
Alan, you need professional help right away.
Well, I'll get it tomorrow, before the movie. Pick you up at 6?
No.
But, Jan, I love you. Don't you know that I would die for you?
Alan, that's a good place to start.
An excellent jerk story. Okay, kiddo, you're up. Let's hear about your biggest bozo.
I'm not talking.
Oh, come on. You can tell us.
I said I don't want to.
Why not?
I just don't think it's right to kiss and tell.
Oh, Amy kissed a jerk. Amy kissed a jerk.
Well, you can carry on all you want to, but I'm just not talking.
5 soup ladles.
Yes.
3 wire whisks.
Yep.
6 salad tongs.
Yes.
Drinks at my place later.
No.
Howard,
I'm confused.
I can clear things up for you.
I can't find my personalized gold-plated spatula from the Calgary Crepes cook-off.
Maybe it's in the pantry. Why don't we go back there and check?
Oh, no, you're not getting me back there again. You're cleaning up that mess yourself.
How about you, Dad? Any jerks you're protecting?
You want moi? Jerk story?
Sure.
Well, once upon a time in the land of Canoga Park, there lived the greatest jerk of all time, Harold Berman. When I got there, it was a typical jerk's apartment.
Well, this is it. Gosh, I still feel terrible.
Are you okay? Never seen anybody cry that much at a movie.
I'm a sensitive man, Dot. I have feelings. You want to sit on the couch?
Sure, but come on, Harold. Everybody knows how Bambi turns out.
I know, but every time I see it, it has the same effect. I care very deeply for all living things, even if they are cartoons. Do you mind if I check my messages?
No, go ahead.
Harold, this is Dr. Kelly. I'm afraid I have some bad news. There was an accident when I was giving your dog Butch a flea bath. Butch is dead, Harold. I'm sorry.
Oh, Harold, you poor thing.
Not Butch. Oh.
Was there anything I can do?
Would you sit with me for a while?
Of course. Oh.
Oh. And hold me?
How's that?
I still feel awful. Would you kiss me?
What?
It's what Butch would do. See, I'd come home and I'd sit on the couch and he would jump up in my lap and he'd kiss me. It would really make me feel better.
I guess. Yeah, sure. Better?
Almost.
Harold, would you like to go to the veterinarian and find out what happened?
There's not much sense in doing that now, Dot. Just stay with me. I really don't think I should be alone. Maybe we should kiss again.
Gee, Harold.
For Butch.
You must have been very close.
We had a special relationship.
I don't think pets should be allowed on the furniture. You seem to be feeling better now.
Not really. Would you wait here for a minute? I'm going to go change into something more comfortable.
Why?
I have these lounging pajamas that were Butch's favorites.
Your dog liked you in lounging pajamas?
Yeah.
Look, Harold, I'm really sorry about Butch.
Please. I really don't know what I'll do if you leave me alone right now.
Okay. But listen, I really think you've kissed Butch enough tonight.
Dot, you don't know the pain that I'm experiencing. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna put some music on. Maybe it'll make you feel better.
Harold, this is Dr. Kelly. I'm afraid I have some bad news. There was an accident when I was giving your cat Fluffy a flea bath. Fluffy is dead, Harold. I'm sorry.
Boy, this guy's had a streak of bad luck.
Harold, this is Dr. Kelly. I'm afraid I have some bad news. There was an accident when I was giving your hamster Squeaky a flea bath. Squeaky is dead, Harold. I'm sorry.
No doubt you're the one having the bad luck.
Dot, I think that I would feel better in the bedroom. Would you come in there with me?
I just found these tapes. You don't have a dog named Butch, do you?
I'm a compulsive liar, Dot. I'm so glad you found out. You can help me, Dot. Hold me. Or maybe we should spend the night together.
No, I have a much better idea. Kiss this, Harold. On my way home, I was so upset I accidentally ran over a cat. I never forgave him or myself.
Boy, you'd think they'd make guys like that wear some sort of an identification so you could tell they were jerks before you wasted an evening. Something like a scarlet J around their necks.
You're right. When I was in high school, all the nerds wore slide rules on their belts. Now, that was always dependable, but jerks, they come in so many disguises.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet they even come in cowboy hats.
I'm not talking.
Oh, come on, why not?
Because y'all will make fun of me.
No, we won't.
You promise?
We promise.
If y'all tease me,
Amy, we're adults. We don't tease. We might write something on the bathroom walls, but we don't tease.
all right. You're not gonna let me alone until I tell you. Well, the biggest jerk I ever went out with wasn't from Texas. As a matter of fact, I met him right here at the restaurant. That was before I knew y'all, so I didn't know any better. Well...
What do you think? He thinks he's really hot because he drives a Porsche.
He is. I've seen him drive it.
Sonny, how come you haven't left yet?
I met this girl, Debbie, and I told her to come by about 8:30, listen to me play, and then we're going over to my place.
Sonny, it's after 11.
Maybe the traffic's bad. I'll give her another hour.
Good night, Sonny.
Night.
Bye-bye. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me where I might find Nancy Beebe?
Try under a rock. And you can cut the sir, cutie. I'm Sonny Man, and you are.
Amy Tompkins. Hi.
Hi.
Well, see, I'm new here in town, and I dropped off my application here this afternoon, and Miss Beebe said that she might let me know tonight if I got the job. See, I did some waitressing when I was back home in Texas, and I figure I got a shot.
You darn tootin'. And you know why? Because I'm going to put a good word in for you. Beebe worships the ground I walk on.
Really?
When you get to know me, you'll find that Sonny Man does not lie. I don't have to. I'm charming, you know what I mean? You just wait right here. Hey, Nancy, how you doing?
And why do you ask?
Do I need a reason? Can't I just be coming in here to say, hey, Nancy, how you doing?
Small talk, Sonny? You want to do small talk?
Yeah. Don't you think it would be nice if we talked more?
No.
What you doing?
Going over job applications. I'm hiring a new waitress, and I'm torn between this girl from Texas and a woman with a little more experience. I'm leaning toward the girl from Texas.
You want my 2 cents?
I'm sure that's what it's worth.
Don't hire the hayseed. She'll be all wrong.
I see. So you're suggesting the more experienced woman?
Absolutely.
Ah, then the girl from Texas has it.
Bless you. It's all taken care of. The job is yours.
You mean it?
Well, it wasn't easy, but you came around.
Oh, Sonny, I don't know how to thank you.
Well, why don't we go out to eat to celebrate?
Sounds good to me.
Wait a minute, I got a better idea. Why don't we go to my place and eat?
Oh, well, I don't know.
My mom's a great cook.
Your mama's there?
Oh, did you think when I said go back to my place that I meant?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was before I knew your mama was there.
Mama's a great cook.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate. Party's at your house.
Yeah.
When I got there, it was the typical jerks department.
Mom! Guess she's not here.
That's going to be a tough jerk story to beat.
Yeah, but it's not really fair. I mean, who knew she was going to use Sonny as her jerk? It's like asking amateurs to compete with professionals.
Anybody found a gold spatula with my name engraved on it?
No, but I did find these spoons from Cafe Pepe. Where'd we get these?
I played poker with their chef last week. He ran out of money. We can cash those in for burgers whenever we want.
Are we almost finished, ladies?
Well, we've counted everything that can be counted.
And what about the ashtrays?
They're just going to be stolen anyway. What difference does it make?
A job not worth doing well is a job not worth doing.
Fine by me. See ya.
Or is it a job not well done is a job you won't be keeping?
Well, campers, if we're not going home, we might as well gather around the campfire and listen to the story about the biggest jerk of them all, Dr. Brian Phipps. Ew. A name that should strike fear into the hearts of anybody thinking of dating their dentist. He had the kind of apartment you'd expect from a jerk.
I can't believe it. I forgot the tickets.
It's okay. We still got time to get to the concert. If we leave right away.
I really want to get to know you better.
Yeah, well, I want to get to the concert. Why don't you find the tickets? Okay. What's with the pictures?
Oh, that's my wall of fame. See, I have quite a few patients who are very, very famous, and I like them to autograph pictures of themselves.
If they're just teeth, they could be anybody's.
What do you mean, just anybody's? Would just anybody write that?
To rock and rollers, I'm the boss, but you're the one who taught me to floss. You're Bruce Springsteen's dentist?
Well, you know, confidentiality is as important in dentistry as it is in dating. And I am just not the kind of guy that talks, and you would find that out once we got really close to each other.
Oh, we'll get closer at the concert. I'll be sitting right next to you.
Cassie! I know that you just think of me as your dentist, but I could do a much better job on your teeth once I got more familiar with the rest of you.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to seduce me by promising me healthier teeth?
Well, brushing isn't the only thing I like to do after every meal.
Brian, get the tickets.
Oh, it'll be fun. I've got laughing gas in the bedroom.
I'm laughing already. Look, Brian, you're a nice guy. We had a nice dinner. Now, can't we just be friends and go to the concert?
All right. I just can't seem to find the tickets anywhere. Want a drink?
No, thank you.
You know, I just can't get over that guy at the restaurant. You know what I mean? I mean, you go to an expensive restaurant like La Cher, you tip the maitre d' $50. I mean, the least you think you can get is a decent table.
Oh, come on, Brian. The table was fine and dinner was delicious.
Yeah, $185 without the champagne.
Well, you didn't have to order the best champagne they had.
Well, you know what I always say? What's the difference? It's only money. $75 for a bottle of Dom Perignon.
Brian, why are you bringing up this money all of a sudden?
Well, you know, I'm not really used to spending $300 on dinner for friends.
Are you saying I owe you something for dinner?
Well...
Look, Brian, when you asked me out, you said, hey, Cassie, how about a couple of old friends going out to dinner and a concert? And I said, okay, as long as we can just be friends.
Oh, no, you didn't say that.
I did.
Oh, no, you didn't?
Oh, yes, I did. I was right there in your chair with 3 cotton rolls, 2 fingers, and a mirror in my mouth, and I said, okay, as long as we can just be friends.
And you expect me to understand that?
You're a dentist. Everybody talks to their dentist.
No, I heard you very clearly. What you said was, okay, as long as we are not just good friends. Oh, come on, Cassie, come on. I know it can work. I know.
I am sorry. I lost too many good dentists this way.
Oh, but this will be different. I'll give you free checkups and a complete set of x-rays. Please, Cassie.
Brian, don't.
Dental bonding. I'll do the lowers for nothing, and I'll give you a great price on the uppers. Come on, sweetheart. I won't take no for an answer. Just step this way. The doctor will see you now. Jeez.
If you really care about your teeth, why risk losing them all now? Which proves there is no such thing as painless dentistry.
Still no luck?
Sorry, Howard. No sign of your spatula yet.
And what about the ashtrays?
We got to talking. We'll do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow. Didn't get the pyramids built.
Still long for the old days, don't you, Nancy?
I changed my mind. Who cares how many ashtrays we have? Go home.
You mean it?
Yes, and hurry up before I change my mind. I'm staying with Howard to look for his spatula all night if we have to.
You don't have to.
Not another word. Howard, why don't we start by looking in the pantry?
Good luck, Howard. Something tells me that tomorrow Howard's going to have a jerk story that'll top them all.
Get ready
ready for NBA action when the New Jersey Nets take on the Cleveland Cavaliers next. And don't even think about going to sleep, because Freddy Krueger's waiting for you in Dreamland on Freddy's Nightmares, tonight at 11:30 here on Channel 9.